contrast of the blue and white of Stockport and the red with the white trim of Leyton Orient. Richie Wellens, he made 3 changes from the first leg as he hopes to get the result that will take Leyton Orient to Wembley. Cooper, Williams and Abdullah all on the bench. Brown, Curry and O'Neill come in. We expect Keeley in goal, Curry, Beckles, Edmonds, Green and Galbraith across the back. Brown, Clare and Donnelly across the middle. O'Neill, Kelman and Adjai up top. For Stockport, they're unchanged. Dave Challoner sends out the same 11 into battle. Corey Adai is the goalkeeper. Hills, Horsfall and Pye the back 3. Norwood in the holding midfield role with Fevrier, Collar, Moxon and Toure behind Carl Wotton and Tanto Alafe, who play up top. On the bench for the respective teams, Stockport County, Hinchliffe the goalkeeper, Noyle, Bate, Diamond and Reston, Riddell and Bailey. For Leyton Orient, James, Cooper, Williams, Ball, Phillips, Markanday and Abdullah. And if we've not got enough attacking threat on the field, Mick, you've got plenty of it on the bench. I mean, this could be anything tonight, couldn't it?
Yeah, no, absolutely. And it's great. It shows that the squads are healthy. Everybody's wanting to be involved in this playoff semi-final, the second leg of it as well. I mean, I mentioned Louis Bate, albeit, look, he's not a prolific goal scorer, but if you want to bring in somebody who's going to calm a game down late on, if you find yourself in a position to be in there, then Louis Bate, you bring him off the bench. He's got a lot of experience this season as well. He's got a wonderful left foot. So absolutely, it might not be the 11 that's out there that actually go out and win this football match.
Now, a psychological blow potentially for Leyton Orient. They've won the toss and they've elected to swap Stockport County around, so they're attacking the goal away to our right, which is full of blue shirts. That's the end they like to attack second half. Or is it for the sun, Mickey? Is that what you're thinking?
Yeah, I think so. I think that's more to do with it, Mark, but I don't know anything, any little ounce that you can get better on who you're playing against, but I can see that Stockport are going to be playing in towards that. Well, what is it, about half the pitch still glittered in sunshine? I mean, it's going to go down very quickly, so that advantage is going to go away within the next 5 to 10 minutes probably, but any little ounce you can get, you take it.
Well, the roller coaster continues on the TalkSport Network. Live playoff football here, and plenty more of it to come as well. All 3 finals across the TalkSport Network. The only equation left is who's going to be in those playoff finals over the bank holiday weekend. We know that Sunderland will take on Sheffield United in the Championship. Tonight and tomorrow night is the turn of League One as we're underway here. And Stockport going from left to right will get us underway, and they're going to knock it long with their goalkeeper Corey Adai over to the far side, where it's headed away by Beckles and out for an early throw-in. Well, there were goals aplenty, controversy aplenty in the opening leg at Brisbane Road at the weekend, but who will leave Edgley Park tonight dreaming of Wembley, and who will be booking their summer holidays? Here's Horsfall, goal scorer at the weekend, eases it back to Corey Adai, who's chased down. He hits it first time, no nonsense downfield. Beckles will head it away. Norwood slides in to win the ball on halfway. There's a neat turnover on the far side by Alafe, but he's dispossessed, and now it's worked forward over on the far side with Orient, and they turn the ball over. It's a bit harum-scarum at the moment, and the ball worked forward too far forward. It'll run all the way through to Josh Keeley, who's all in a an off-white goalkeeping strip at the moment, where it's fast and frantic at the moment.
Yeah, it is. I think you're probably going to find out, Mark, within the first 10 to 15 minutes that the game's not really going to settle down.
Well, here forward go the visitors, and it is Brown. Gets it into midfield, ball played into the edge of the area, and it was just miscontrolled by Kelman. It's going to hit the corner flag. I don't think that's actually gone out of play. It's just stayed on the goal line. Poked forward by Stockport County. Hammered forward up towards the centre forward Alafe, just a little bit on heels, and it's out for a throw-in. Although the official on the far side said it's a home throw-in, much to the angst of the Leyton Orient fans are amassed behind him.
Yeah, it certainly needed dealing with, didn't it? I mean, so bizarre when it comes off the corner flag and stays in, but Toure had to get across, scamper across there and just clear his lines, and there's still a few balloons and everything flying around on the pitch, Mark, wasn't it? I think one of the players has now stamped them down, but as I said before, the first 10 or 15 minutes you're just going to be frantic. You're just going to try and calm your nerves as quick as you possibly can, just get into your stride.
Adai clears it over on the far side, but it's picked up by Leyton Orient, who have it. Stockport piling into the challenges. Referee gives the free kick to Leyton Orient, all in red, as they're going from right to left now. They've got a chance here to send the big guns forward, and that's what they're going to do. Set piece opportunity here. And it's going to be taken by Ethan Galbraith, the former Manchester United youngster. Works it in, there's a run into the edge of the area. There's a big chance here, and it's a goal from a narrow angle from Ollie O'Neill, who lashes it into the bottom corner, and Leyton Orient have the lead inside 2.5 minutes here. Scenes in the away end at Stockport. It's Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1.
Well, it's incredible, isn't it? Just having a brief chat with you there, Mark, to say, you know, the first 10 or 15 minutes is going to be frantic, but it's like the back line of Stockport just switched off. It's so easy to get down the side for O'Neill. Uses his pace into the starting 11 this evening, but it's one straight free kick. Using your pace, head down, keep it low, and he's fired it into the back of the net. What a start for the away side. What a start for Leyton Orient.
Yeah, well, Stockport have been conceding the first goals all too regularly in recent games, and they've done it again here. But it's one of the changes that's worked for Richie Wellens. O'Neill he wandered in, didn't he, into the penalty area. He was onside, and he smashed it in. And now here come Stockport looking for an instant response. Well, we expected goals. We've had one in the opening 3 minutes. And now there's a throw-in for Stockport right by the corner flag. Game on here.
Well, it's certainly amped up the game, hasn't it? Because you've probably got two sides who wanted to just bed themselves into the game. But that is now going to trigger Stockport to get on the front foot, because that is a shock that they probably weren't expecting coming.
It's going to be a throw-in from the near side towards the 6-yard box. It comes off a Leyton Orient head. It might fall here for Toure. Hits it, and it was straight at the goalkeeper. Anywhere else there, and Keeley could have been in trouble. It came through a sea of bodies from Ibu Toure, and it's well saved by Keeley. Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1.
Well, I think we're going to get chances tonight, aren't we? Great strike from Ibu Toure on the edge of the 18-yard area. Cleverly worked, but when it comes out to him, does everything right. Gets his body over it with his left foot. Gets a bit of sting behind it, but Keeley was in the right place at the right time.
Ball played forward, looking for Ajay. Cleared away from him, poked forward now. They're racing onto it. It's Kelman. He'll keep it in over on the far side. There are plenty of red shirts coming forward as well. Ajay has it over on the far side. He looks for the give and go edge of the penalty area. Good foot in there. Beckles will tidy up near halfway, and Leyton Orient have it again, and they're looking to push Stockport back, but the pass misplaced, bounced off Beckles. Little tug on the shirt there of Carl Wotton. He's done well to hold it up on halfway, but eventually gets out muscled and then gives away a silly free kick right on the halfway line.
Yeah, I mean, Carl Wotton, if he had pace, he probably would have got that out of his feet and just let himself go. But he had to come back, and he was waiting for his teammates an angle just to lay that ball off, but held on for too long. Look, he's a big strapping lad, isn't he? As soon as he makes contact with anybody, you know the referee, James Bell's just going to blow his whistle.
Ball played forward, Toure back towards his own goal. He scuffed this behind for a corner. That was nervy. He had time there. He could have literally had a touch and rolled it out for a throw-in, Mickey. That was a little bit desperate there at the back for Stockport.
Yeah, I mean, from a Stockport perspective, they haven't settled at all. They look nervy. Toure, he's got time in his hands there. He can clear his lines. It's a weak corner to give away when there's no need for it. It's right in front of the Orient fans as well. They've started really, really bright, the away team.
They have indeed. It's going to be swung in by Jamie Donnelly. And over on that far side, so a little bit of sunshine in that particular part of the field. Just having to move some things out of the way. He's not really got a lot of room to take the corner on that far side. All going to be are they going to play it short? Well, there's only Norwood across there if they do want to play it short. There are 5 red shirts in the box and 3 on the edge of it, and 2 over contemplating a short corner. Now the referee's not happy. James Bell, there's some pushing and pulling edge of the penalty area. Now Donnelly will be allowed to take it. Orient leading by a goal to 0. Ball whipped in towards the near post, skims off a head. It came off Horsfall's head, and it's running out on the near side. Could have gone out for a corner, but they opt to keep it in. Now the ball whipped in from the left-hand side towards the far post. Too deep, headed away, and it's all the way back to Donnelly. Another ball recycled into the box, headed away. Will it fall on the volley? Fevrier volleys it away for Stockport. He's brought down. It's a free kick on the edge of the box. Still 1-0 Leyton Orient.
Well, I'm just looking down at the technical area, Mark, and I know it's early on in the game, but Dave Chandler looks pretty calm to me. I think he should be trying to get a bit of information onto his players to tell them to calm down. Or is he just leaving it to themselves? Look, they're the home side. They're supposed to be taking the game to Orient, but it's the complete opposite right now.
Yeah, it is. Mention the fact that too often they have conceded the first goal in recent weeks. They conceded first at Leyton Orient at the weekend, 2-2. They conceded against Wickham first and drew that. They were 2-0 down at Lincoln and managed to win that. Conceded first at Huddersfield. It's not a habit you want to get into, but it's a habit that they've managed to overcome, and there's every chance they can do that here. But it has been all Orient at the moment, and they win another challenge here. Jack Curry advancing down the left. Nobody closes him down. Kelman went a yard too soon. He looked over his shoulder. He knew he'd gone too early. And that's a bit of respite for Stockport County. 1-0 Leyton Orient lead here. Goal inside 3 minutes for Ollie O'Neill. Live on TalkSport 2.
Well, the worrying thing is, if you from a Stockport perspective, is how easy it is for Leyton Orient to get it behind this back line of Stockport County. They've got to switch on.
Oh, now there's that handball on the far side. It was Ethan Galbraith trying to clear it over his own head. He might have hit his hand. The referee was happy to let play go on. Horsfall heads it forward. Who can win this 50-50? Chance could be on now. Fevrier down the right for Stockport. Advancing towards the edge of the penalty area. Looks for support. Whipped in by Norwood. Good ball at the far post. Headed across goal. And inches wide of the far post. Alafe with a header back across goal. Did so well to reach for it. And Wharton just couldn't turn it in at the near post. Still 1-0.
So much better. And I think they've got to try and get the ball out to Fevrier over on this right-hand side. 3 Leyton Orient players surrounding. So that tells to me there's going to be space somewhere else. But it's a super ball into the area. And the 2 forward players in the right place at the right time, trying to communicate with each other. Lovely little header. Just had a little bit too much on it, but it's better now from Stockport.
Yeah, they look more at home going forward, but now they're defending on halfway again. Ball work forward into the feet of Ajay. Looks to turn, skips away from one, drives past another, feeds it now here to O'Neill, edge of the area. Just got checked by a challenge, and then a good sliding challenge goes in to keep them away from Horsfall. But Orient have got it back. They lead by a goal to 0 here, live on TalkSport 2. 3-2 up on aggregate here. Oh, lovely nutmegs there from Jamie Donnelly. He's going to have a shot, is he? To the edge of the box. He opts to feed it to Ajay. Sends him a little bit too wide of the target. He's got options there. We'll look to play it in. It's cleared away by Pye. I've got to be honest, I think Donnelly's got to have a shot, hasn't he?
Yeah, well, he's trying to work it so he can get it onto his left foot mark, but it was always going away from him. He just got a little bit too much on his pass, didn't he? But super play. The little nutmeg in that midfield area and went on Ollie Norwood. And that's cute. It just shows he's full of confidence.
Jack Curry will go and take the throw in front of those Leyton Orient fans. Not too many of them here. They've got every ticket they could get, though, like gold dust. Here comes the throw in into the edge of the area. Hook towards goal, but it's calmly taken down. It was Sean Clare who got a volley on it. Lacked the pace to beat Corey Adai, and he has it. 10 on the clock. It is Stockport County 0, Leyton Orient 1. We expected it fast and furious. That's what it's been, and Hills couldn't get on the end of a pass inside his own half, so it's out for a throw-in on the near side. Leyton Orient have been the much the better team. They've been the more aggressive, but Stockport, with that one really good attack, did create an opportunity from which they could have equalised. Forward going the other way is Kelman, wide on the left, lays it back to Clare. He goes past one, looks for the give and go, gets it back as well, and he's trying to get down the left-hand side. Hills with a challenge, that's a free kick. And this is in a dangerous position just down the left-hand side of the penalty area.
The worrying thing for Stockport is they're making too many mistakes. Good play again from Clare, the little give and go, just wait for the contact. As soon as he goes to ground there, after he's felt the contact, it just gives Orient another chance just to whip the ball into the area. And you can see 4, 5 Orient players, tall guys as well, in that box. If the quality's good on the set piece, these are always dangerous.
They are indeed. Jamie Donnelly is one of those standing over it as well. I think Ollie O'Neill, the goal scorer, is there as well. Is O'Neill going to whip this one in? It's down the left-hand side. It's one of those where he might be looking to shoot towards the far post. I hope somebody gets a touch on it. Danger here for Stockport County. They trail by a goal to 0 here at Edgeley Park. Everybody back for Stockport. A line almost of 10 outfield players across the penalty spot area. Ball whipped in towards the keeper. Good hands, Adai. Just a little bit too high. That would be disappointed with that, Ollie O'Neill. That was a really good opportunity, as though the clearance there from Adai has hit Sean Clare on the back of the head. He's gone down. He will have felt that. The referee surely got to stop play here, even though Leyton Orient are on the attack. And now eventually he does stop play. And that was one of those where Sean Clare's running away from the goalkeeper and he's drilled it. He's hit him straight on the back of the head. He would have felt that.
Yeah, I mean, he's absolutely pinged it, hasn't he, Corey Adai, into the back of Sean Clare. I just wonder why James Bell, the referee, didn't stop it a little bit quicker, because he went straight to ground. Thankfully, he's back on his feet. But that might sting for a couple of minutes, that one, Mark.
Yeah, one of those. He's been blindsided, hasn't he? I felt like someone's just chinned him. He's up anyway, he's back on his feet. 1-0, Leyton Orient lead. The goal, Ollie O'Neill. One of 3 changes for Richie Wellens here. Corey Dye has it, floats it away to Hills. It's undersold it again. Well, we know they're going to get it down and play at Stockport, and I guess when you're 1-0 down in this kind of game, it gets a little bit fraught, everyone gets a little bit nervous. The fans have got a big role to play here tonight as well, Mickey, haven't they? They've got to stay with the team.
Absolutely, hit the nail on the head as well. Got to try and be that 12th man, and they've got to stay with them now. I think the good thing for Stockport is the goal has come early. They can react to that. There's a lot of time still to go just in this first half. So just compose yourselves a little, because they look nervy still. Some scrappy passes, giving the ball away a little bit too much.
They just can't get the ball forward at the moment, Stockport County. When they did they had that chance. They header from Tanto Alafe across goal. Just a little bit too much on it. As Adai has it at the back. You listen to TalkSport 2, your home of the EFL. Mark Wilson with the former England and Sunderland man Mickey Gray. Looking forward to a trip to Wembley in about 10 days or so. We'll be there live. Alafe's been kicked in the head there, surely. Well, again, the referee's got to stop play here. The player has clearly been kicked in the head. Now, was that a high boot? The referee obviously doesn't think so, but how can he allow play to go on there?
Yeah, I just think that's really harsh. He's looking at it as well, Mark. And whether he thinks that Alafe's head has come down a little bit too low, not in my eyes. I still think he was very high. But Galbraith, he's got his eyes on the ball. He's just trying to clear his lines. He doesn't know that Alafe's going to just put his head down. But if there's contact, as a referee, the whistle goes in your mouth, you blow your whistle, it's a foul. He's got a couple of things wrong early on so far, the referee. We all know what happened in the reverse tie.
Yeah, I just think that was a potential foot in the face, potential danger. The referee's got to stop it quicker than he did. We want play to go on, but there's got to be player safety. It is 1-0 to Leyton Orient here. The goal from Ollie O'Neill 3 minutes in. Stockport get the ball back on halfway. Now they're looking to work one down the channel. Galbraith's acrobatic clearance is headed forward by Alafe. He finds Wotton. He'll come back in field. He fires it to Norwood, whose touch is good. He finds Hills on the near side. He lays it back now to Fraser Horsfall, the captain who scored at the weekend. Now he looks to play it. He's looking to get Fevrier in behind. He's got Fevrier in behind. Good skill onto his left foot into the area. Tries to drive through one, but there's O'Neill to clear the danger, and Leyton Orient play themselves out of trouble and earn a throw-in deep inside their own half. Good defending.
Yeah, well, Jack Curry's done really well eventually as well, because he could have cleared his lines with his right foot. Just try to calm things down a little bit, but you'll see the threat from Stockport is Fevrier over on this right-hand side. When he got that half a yard, put a ball into the area. Don't try and beat the second man. You've done your job, what you need to do, and finish it off with an end product.
Here's Fevrier trying to go down the touchline again. He's dispossessed. Ball cleared forward for Kelman. Keeper's coming racing out. He's come out of his area, and in fairness, he told his defender to get out of the way so he could clear it forward, and Ethan Pye got out of the way, and the ball's up towards halfway. Bit of head tennis ensues over the halfway line. Pye heads it forward. Fevrier's been wrestled to the ground, stays in play the ball, and Leyton Orient try and play it forward. There's the ball over the top looking for Wotton, headed away, brave header there. Here's Wotton, edge of the area, lays it off to Will Collar. Collar squares it. Will it fall for Wotton? No, it's poked away, and it goes behind for a corner kick. That was the nearest that Stockport County have come. Great work down the right hand side.
Yeah, absolutely brilliant. Good running off the ball from Will Collar there. The short one then just spanning behind, used his pace, put a great ball into there, you have to say. Super defending from the Orient defenders. And just listen to it, the crowd are waiting for something like that.
They are. Well, Fraser Horsfall scored at the weekend. They look like they're forming a scrum, don't they? There's 3 of them all hooked arm in arm, maybe 4 of them now. Now they're going to disperse as the ball comes in towards the penalty spot. There's the header, hits the crossbar and away, and it was Horsfall again. Maybe at the top of the post and crossbar. Horsfall inches away from levelling up.
Brilliant. I mean, it looked like the corner didn't have enough pace on it. It was whipped in. But then you've got Horsfall just rose above everybody. Looked like he was in acres of space trying to guide it into the top corner. It took an age to hit kind of the crossbar and post. Well, that is a really good chance for Stockport.
Long throw about to be delivered. 1-0. Leyton Orient lead here, live on TalkSport 2. That is a long throw, whizzed in. There's a bit of a wrestle there. They were appealing for a penalty. Now the counter is on. Now that'll be a free kick towards Leyton Orient. Ajay over on that far side. but Stockport County inches away from levelling it up. Still Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1 here. 3-2 on aggregate to Leyton Orient. But what a dramatic start to the night.
Incredible, absolutely incredible. I mean, it's just end-to-end football, isn't it? And it's not often you come to Edgeley Park, Mark, is it? And the away side have got more possession than Stockport, but that's where we stand right now with Orient. They've got 52% possession, so I think Richie Wellens will be absolutely thrilled to pieces with the start that his players have made to this game. But slowly but surely, the home team are just starting to get back into it.
They are, and what they have shown us is that Beckles just takes command of a situation on the edge of his own box. His clearance is blocked though. There's a shoulder-to-shoulder challenge. Here's Collins. He can unleash one. He does. It's blocked, edge of the area. What they've shown Stockport is if they get the ball in the Leyton Orient half, they look really dangerous.
Yeah, they do. And I think what they have to do is play to their strengths. Keep mentioning it, Rolf, Fevrier, get him on the ball, and also Wootton use his power and his strength so he can hold that ball up and bring in his teammates.
Well, some crunching tackles have gone in here, but Donnelly's going in the book. He's fouled Brad Hills. Now, Corey Adai came racing out of the edge of his area. He laid it into the feet of Horsfall, who had to win a 50-50 challenge, but the Stockport County captain has come off the worst for it. He's hobbling forward now, but interesting, was that a yellow card challenge given us from what we've seen going in so far?
Yeah, possibly not, Mark. You know, it's going to be a physical game tonight. I think James Bell, you know, I said before, he's made a few mistakes, the referee, already in the game. Look, it was a foul, but I think you've got to try and remember what type of game this is at times. It's going to be physical. Players are going to make mistakes.
They are indeed. It is a free kick for Stockport County, a trail by a goal to nil here. Place at Wembley. Up for grabs as the ball played to Fevrier down the channel. Kelman is back defending. Fevrier lay it back to Norwood. First time cross whipped in. It's a beauty. But Hills just couldn't keep the header down. Well, that's twice now that Ollie Norwood is putting two really good-looking crosses. This time, Stockport can't capitalise. 19 gone, 1-0 Leyton Orient.
Can't tell you how great them balls are that Ollie Norwood's putting into that area. Look, as a defender, if you've gone up into the 18-yard area, or as a forward player, and you know that ball's coming into the box, you don't have a second thought of making that run and getting away from your marker. And Hills this time, just a little bit too much pace on it. He did rise, but couldn't angle it back towards that 6-yard area. But great ball in from Ollie Norwood.
Josh Keeley clears it downfield. Ball, that was like a shove in the back there on Will Collar. Nothing given. Ball headed back by Norwood all the way back to Adai away to our left. Stockport, I think, having been punched on the nose early on, Mickey, the head's just starting to clear now. They're starting to come forward and becoming a big threat in this game.
Yeah, and as you mentioned before, Mark, you know, which is not nice, but they're used to going behind. They know how to turn football matches around, but when you know what's at stake, they cannot afford to make any more mistakes.
Fraser Horsfall wins another big header. Ball played forward for Wootton to give chase to. Keep hasn't come, but I think it's going to skip away on the slick surface here and go behind. Reminder, tomorrow night we've got the other League One playoff semi-final, second leg, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 as Charlton take on Wickham in the League One playoff semi-final, second leg. Jim Proudfoot and his former Charlton and Chelsea man Scott Minto there. And then on Friday night, got a double header from the Premier League. Villa Tottenham is live on TalkSport 2, 7:30, live and exclusive on TalkSport 2 before Chelsea Manchester United is over on TalkSport. 1-0 Leyton Orient lead here. Hills facing the touchline. He's trying to watch this out. He does. It's out for a throw-in. We've had 20 minutes. It's gone in the blink of an eye, Mickey, here, but it's Leyton Orient who've got the advantage.
Yeah, it certainly has. End-to-end football. And I said it takes a little while for players to settle down in games like this. It still feels like it's got that franticness about it from both sides. They're trying to get the ball forward. You can see that as much as he possibly can. What I would say as well, Mark, referee, I think he's got to calm himself down. We've talked about it so many times about the standard of refereeing in these leagues. Now, they're not full-time all of the time. They make mistakes. But on an occasion like this, James Bell, I think he's got to look at those yellow cards that he's given just now, because there's been worse fouls than that. If you think about the foul over on the far side there from Galbraith on Torre when his leg was raised high. These are decisions that you've got to get right in big games like this.
Yeah, we don't want a red card to spoil the spectacle here. It's 1-0 to Leyton Orient, 21 and a half minutes on the clock here. There is a player down. I think it's all... is it Clare again who's gone down? I'm not sure.
It is.
It is Clare. I think he just got caught by Owen Moxon. The referee gave a free kick, no cards, and the players coming over for some refreshments because it is another warm night up in the northwest here, and it's important they get on those refreshments and maybe a word of advice from the two managers.
Absolutely. You hit the nail on the head, Mark, spot on. I'll go back to that changing the players around before kick-off. You just see the Orient supporters now are the only ones left basking in the sun. It came down very, very quickly, and that advantage, maybe it worked in their favour. They got themselves in front, so it was the right call to turn Stockport round. But I just think it was more down to these Stockport defenders. Horsfield, Pye and Torre just switched off to let O'Neill make that running behind him, and boy did he finish it off well. It was a super finish. Yeah,
it was a great goal down the side. It was one of those initially, had to just check it, hadn't it? The stanchion at the back of the goal. It was such a narrow angle, wasn't it? But those Orient fans, they saw it going and they were up on their feet instantly. Stockport, who finished third in the division, amassed 87 points and yet couldn't get an automatic spot. It's getting harder and harder, isn't it, as we've seen in the Championship?
It is, yeah. Well, you're looking at 85 to 90 points to try and just get you into, maybe the top 2 or 3. It's so difficult when you see the quality that comes out of this division, Mark, as well. Birmingham City, obviously, incredible. Wrexham, Wickham had a great run at it. It's just been so tough, and, we're here tonight, but the other tie, Wickham v Charlton, that's on a knife edge as well. It's so tough.
It is. So Clare's come off to get some treatment on the near side, and then the free kick is just lumped out of play. It is worth bearing in mind that Leyton Orient, with 6 games left, we're out of the playoffs, so we're down in 9th. They won the last 6 to get in. I mean, that's some run of form, isn't
Incredible. It is, and many a time we've had a conversation about momentum taking you into the playoffs can really help. I know it's not helped. If I go back to last night's game with Coventry City, they had a bit of momentum themselves and jumped into those player positions, but more often than not it does, because you're used to winning, you've got that buzz of jumping into the playoffs, and I think that momentum spurs you on.
Well, Sunderland left it late last night. Will there be more late drama here? Stockport behind on home soil, the ball hammered away by Clare, who doesn't look overly comfortable having got back on the field, and Horsfall will take the throw down the near. No, he won't. He'll roll it up towards Hills. He'll take it on halfway. 1-0 here. Edgeley Park looks a picture tonight, full of blue with a small smattering of red over on the far side. Very reminiscent to Chesterfield and Walsall at the weekend. Walsall got the win there in League 2. Ball headed forward by Wootton. Cleared away up towards halfway. Header won, then volleyed forward, but Kelman, he felt, was in an offside position, so Adai will come out and collect it edge of his area. And he's got time just to bowl it out. And gets it away over on the far side, and forward come Stockport and Nibu Toure on that far side. Looking for support infield, finds it in the shape of Owen Moxon. Got promotion with Carlisle a couple of seasons ago. He drops the shoulder, goes past one. Can they keep it in? Well, they didn't do, but it's a throw in here to Stockport County. And an opportunity here again. They're sending the big lads up from the back.
Well, how many times have we seen this over the last few weeks? Long throws. It's grown back into the game, isn't it, Mark? And Torre has certainly got a bullet of a one, hasn't he? And he's got a good coach in his manager to tell him how to do it.
Yeah, he has. Dave Challoner, famous for his long throw. Here we go again. Ball in towards the edge of the 6-yard box. There's a bit of pushing and pulling. There's an appeal for handball. Not given. Headed away by Orient, edge of the box. Ajay has it over on the far side. He looks to advance forward, and now the ball forward looking for Kelman. It deflects off a Stockport defender. Kelman was brought down by Torre, who says he got the ball, and it's a free kick. Kelman's done a really good job for Leyton Orient, and I think there's another yellow card coming out here, and this time for Ibu Torre. I'm going to call it now, Mickey. I think we're going to get a red card tonight, because I'm with you. I think the referee's a little bit trigger happy with a whistle.
Yeah, I completely agree with you. I mean, I think that was a yellow card from Torre as you're stretching out your left foot on Kelman. He's panicking a little bit because he knows if he gets in behind him, the threat and the quality that he's got, something would have happened at the end of it. And as a full-back, you've just got to try and bring your forward player down. So I think it's one for the team. But I go back to the Jamie Donnelly yellow card. It's not a yellow card, it's just a challenge. And that's where the ref... It's a rod for his own back, isn't it?
Yeah.
You start giving yellow cards out early on in the game. He's got to be continuous with that, and he's got to be consistent.
Well, here's a free kick for Leyton Orient over on the left. Midway between the halfway line and the penalty area. Leyton Orient lead 1-0 live on TalkSport 2. It's going to be left-footed swung in. Stockport trying to hold a high line. Edge of the 18-yard box for them. It's going to be delivered in now towards the penalty area. It's headed away by Toure at the near post, back into the penalty area. Collar's clearance goes upwards but away from the penalty box. It's headed back in but the keeper, Dyer, will come out. It's a fine margin for the official. I was at the game at the weekend, Notts County against AFC Wimbledon. They were kicking lumps out of each other, and the referee held on for so long, and the players started taking liberties. They were crunching in knowing they weren't going to get booked, so it can work both ways, can't it?
Yeah, but I also think that's where a referee's got to just have a word with the captain's mark and say, look, I know what type of game you want.
Well, here's Kelman. He's got him behind momentarily. Everyone thought he was offside. Kelman played on, but luckily Stockport cleared the ball away from him. Charlie Kelman, 27 goals for the Queen's Park Rangers loanee so far. Worker trying to get in behind at the back, and there's Edmonds Green to head it away for a throw-in for Stockport. A bit of a worker down the line there from Stockport County as they attack the goal away to our right. Here's Hills on halfway, rolls it back to Horsfall. Horsfall comes back down the right, lays it to Fevrier. He turns in field, looking to try and get the ball. That's a nice pass. Finds Toure. Toure on the left, advances forward. Can he get across him? Pulls it back towards the penalty spot. It's cleared away and straight to a red shirt there. Ajayi, he gets the ball away, and now coming forward is Jordan Brown as Leyton Orient look to counter momentarily, and the ball played away. And here they have it midway inside their own half. Given away, though, there by Clare, who then puts the foot in. That could well be a yellow card. They're going to play on here. Ball works its way across Owen Moxon. Moxon into the feet of Wotton, short with a return pass, and it's cleared away. Now, for me, that was more of a yellow card than the other one.
And he's not even having a word with the player at all. I mean, it's consistency, Mark. I think that's what frustrates everybody. Stockport supporters, Leyton Orient supporters, that the referee is not being consistent. He's went early and give those 2 yellow cards. And I said before, you have a word with the captain to say, look, I know it's going to be a physical game tonight, but if I see anybody stepping over the line, they're going in the book. But he's not talking to anybody. Referee the game and control it the way you want to.
Here's the ball over the top looking for a Larfay, but it's too strong, and out comes Josh Keeley. Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1 here. Approaching half an hour gone on TalkSport 2. Leyton Orient not had too much to contend with defensively, and they're starting to get forward a little bit more. Good challenge goes in from Norwood, wins it on halfway, and now a chance for Wotton to play it infield. Just backheels it down the line, and they're going to play it forward for Moxon, but across goes Beckles, who very cutely backheels it into the shins of Moxon and out for a throw-in level with the edge of the Leyton Orient penalty area.
Yeah, I mean, look, it's bizarre, isn't it? I'm speaking about a referee, and we shouldn't really be doing that, Mark, because we've got 2 very good sides in front of us who are trying to win a football match and get to Wembley. And we have seen some real quality, and you're right, Stockport are starting to grow into the game. They're getting into good areas, but it's the final third that's letting them down. That's where they've got to start showing that quality and get themselves back on level terms.
Ball played forward, he's headed away. Toure brings it down, then loses out and then pulls his man back. He's on a yellow card, and the referee's going to let him get away with that one, but he's on a fine margin. Ball played quickly, and the referee says the ball was moving. He comes back, but Toure's heart would have been in his mouth there.
Yeah, how many lives you're going to get? I'm not saying it deserved a yellow card, or a second yellow card, should I say, but as a full-back, the ref will be just keeping an eye on that one to say, no, 1 or 2 more, be careful.
1-0 Leyton Orient lead. Free kick on halfway for those in red. Looking to launch it towards the edge of the box. Again, there's a run in behind, but this time Collar is across to head it away. And the Leyton Orient fans applaud as the ball lands just in front of them. That wasn't the best pass down the touchline for Ajayi. He gets it down by the corner flag. His skill is good. Can he work out a cross? He does it to the edge of the box. Kelman with a header, and it was a miss from Beckles. He miskicked about 7 yards out. He had a sight-on goal there, and he couldn't get the shot away. And now the break could be on. Collar's made a run. Collar's in on goal. He's from halfway. They're racing back. Can he square it? Oh, he had Fevrier in support, and Collar didn't pass, and he didn't get the shot away, and the keeper has it.
I mean, you feel for Will Collar, don't you? He just ran out of steam at the final moment. He's done really well. A lovely little give and go. Alaoufe's just played him through there, but he needed that little bit of extra pace, didn't he? Where was his teammates? 3 Orient players around him to win the ball back.
And here go Orient up the other end here. Is this going to be a hammer blow as they have it on the left with Ollie O'Neill gets to the byline, drills it across goal, and it fell to the far post, and it was miscontrolled by Donnelly. Laid in towards the edge of the box. They played it out wide. They should keep it in with Galbraith. Galbraith off Ibu. And it's out for a throw-in. Ibu Toure concedes the throw-in, but chances at both ends. Should maybe Collar have just hit it early? He knew he was running out of gas.
Yeah, possibly, 20-25 yards out, wasn't he, when he was starting to get pressed and closed down. He did have a player to the right-hand side, but it was a difficult ball, I have to say. But that's the movement you need for your number 10. Running in behind, making space. He has got the quality, he knows where the goal is. But again, it was just that little burst of pace. He didn't need it at the end. Just ran out of steam.
Long throw for Leyton Orient, down by the corner flag. It's launched in towards the edge of the box. Collar got up highest, and it's a free kick. There was a foul on Horsfall anyway, and Stockport get a free kick. It is Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1. Ollie O'Neill, one of 3 changes for Richie Whelan's side, scored a goal from a lovely free kick, narrow angle, fired it past Corey Adai, as here now goes Olafe on halfway, looking for support around him, just had to wait, feeds it to Norwood, sees the pass to the left, Moxon has it, blue shirts going forward, 4 or 5 of them, ball back on halfway here, Norwood looking for the crossfield switch for Fevrier, but he's overhit it, and it'll skip out for a throw-in down by the left back position in the corner flag for Leyton Orient. Still 1-0 the Reds lead.
Yeah, a little anxious, wasn't it, from Ollie Norwood, trying to get things ticking over a little bit quicker there. That ball is on across to the right hand side to Fevrier, and we know he's got the quality to play it, just over clubbed this one, and it was really difficult for Fevrier to get on the end of, but you can see what they're trying to do, get it over to this right hand side, then you need those willing forward runners to get in the box, and then the quality at the end of it.
Ollie O'Neill just trying to flick the ball on. He's knocked it out for a throw-in that Hills is going to take. He'll get it back to Horsfall. He will now get it away, and here on halfway Norwood finds a pass to Ibu Toure. Toure goes forward, just checks his run, waits for Jordan Brown to engage, then goes towards the far touchline, lays it back now for Moxon. Moxon looking to get it away to Toure. Wharton waits in the middle, cross comes in, it's deflected, and it's behind for a corner, and you just get the feeling that set pieces are like the Horsfall, a real threat here for Stockport County.
No, absolutely, and at times Stockport just starting to wear Leyton Orient down. They're getting in behind. See on that left hand side, Toure, who's always a willing runner, and he'll put that ball in the box when he gets that half a yard, but with the quality you've got of Norwood from set pieces, you have to try and make him count.
Corner for Stockport. They trail by a goal to 0. Horsfall and Beckles have been summoned by the official. You are listening to Stockport against Leyton Orient in the AFL League 1, live on TalkSport 2 with McDonald's. Enjoy a tasty night in, delivered to your door with Mac Delivery. What's the delivery going to be like on this corner? Well, there are 2 blue shirts over there. One of them has moved away. Now they're going to come in, everybody piling in towards the 6-yard box. Horsfall heads it across goal, and Olafe heads it over the top from 6 yards out. Another chance, but yet again Fraser Horsfall wins a free header from a set piece.
I mean, he's in acres of space. He's done really well, Horsfall. Wonderful ball into the area again, well worked. Ran to the back post, but that header back across the 6-yard area. That's what forwards have got. They've got to try and get away from the mark. You've got to be bright. Olafe there, he should have been in the air as the ball was coming in. He reacted as the ball came into the box, and that's why it went over the bar.
Well, it's been given away here by Leyton Orient, and here now goes Olafe, squares it to Collar, edge of the area, looking for support, lays it back here. Good defending from Ajayi, but the ball breaks across to Hills. Norwood will take it off him, feeds it out to Fevrier, looks back for Norwood. Norwood towards the edge of the box, got support with him, but he can't find a teammate instantly, gets it to Hills, who finds Moxon, swings it wide for Ibu Toure. He's going to waste no time putting it in, it comes off a red shirt, falls to Norwood, he's going to hit it. Oh, that was going in from 25 yards out. What a shot that was. And it took a deflection. Mickey Gray, we were right behind that. What a strike.
Well, I've got to say, I think I'd have been out of my seat applauding if that had found the top corner. It looked as if it was Mark from Ollie Norwood. He's caught it beautifully on the half volley, and it was curling towards that top corner. And Leyton Orient, the defenders just got themselves in the way of it.
Norwood's corner whipped in. Another header again from Horsfall, and this time he puts it wide of the target. It's like he's 9'6". No one can get near him.
Well, how many chances are you going to get? He's probably hoping for one this evening, and I've just counted 2 really good opportunities for Fraser Horsfall. And again, he's found himself free as a bird, and you know, he's got the height, he's very good in the air, he knows how to score goals. We've seen that, haven't we? But that's a big opportunity. His hands went straight to his head when he seen it missing the target.
Still 1-0. Stockport trail here, but they're starting to mount up the chances now. Mark Wilson and Mickey Gray here live at Edgeley Park, not a seat to be had. It's very tight in the press box. Old Jeff Peters is over on TalkSport. He's not happy, Mickey, is he? Your man marking him in the press box.
I thought he'd want to be close to me, Jeff. He likes it, really.
Ball out of play for a throw into Stockport. Tomorrow night, we've got all the action from the other League One playoffs, as Wycombe make the trip to Charlton. They're level 0-0 on aggregate. Here, 3-2 on aggregate in favour of Leyton Orient, who, as it stands, are going to Wembley in the League One playoff final a week on Sunday. Here's Wotton, gets it down to Collar. Collar plays it down the channel, but Beckles is back. Will ease it back to his keeper. Not the best back pass, though. And in the end, it's drilled out over on the far side by Josh Keeley. Safety first there from the Leyton Orient keeper.
Yeah, it is. And I'm feeling the nerves. Beckles there, Omar Beckles. It wasn't a quality pass, was it, back towards his keeper, and that's just those little nerves that start filtering into your body. Yes, you're in front, you're feeling confident, but at times you just want that ball to stay well clear of you, certainly as a centre-half.
Well, Dave Challoner just leapt out of his seat there because Stockport played the ball backwards when he felt they could have gone forwards. Here now down the channel is Collar. Does well to get a touch on it. Fevrier's battling for it and he's won it back. Good skill from Fevrier. Gets away from one. Edge of the area just as he went to shoot. Sliding challenge goes in from Curry. I thought he won the ball. The fans around us thought it was a foul.
A brilliant challenge. It was. Yes, of course. The home crowd are going to cheer.
Oh, now then. Well, Jack Curry has just shoved Brad Hills to the ground right in front of the fourth official. Now his hands on chest, but you can't do that. In fact, it was O'Neill, wasn't it, who did it? You can't do that.
No, and the referee, I mean, James Bell's pulling the player over to him now, Ollie O'Neill. Now, from what we've seen, Mark, and this is why I'm talking about consistency, if there's a shove, he has to give the player a yellow card. We've seen two already. But he's just having a word with both players to say, look, don't do it again. I'm all for that if that's the way he's going to referee the whole match.
Well, it was right in front of the Stockport dugout, and they are furious here. They are furious. Ball played down the line. Hills wins the header. Touch on the near side is good. That was from Curry. And Kelman is side down, and that's a free kick. And again, those in blue around us in the main stand are not happy with the referee's decision. Free kick Leyton Orient.
Ollie Norwood, I think, just caught Charlie Kelman there as he just skipped by him. And he's the real threat, isn't he, for Orient, albeit he's not really been involved in the game a lot this evening. I'm sure they'd want to get him on the ball in behind Stockport a lot more than they have, but you can see he's got that real threat, full of confidence. He's got bags of goal, as we know, and he got the two in the last tie, but that's the threat he's got. You let him get turned and running at you, he's got an eye for goal.
Here's Jamie Donnelly with a free kick. Leyton Orient, who scored from a free kick inside the opening 2.5 minutes. Solly O'Neill finished that one off. O'Neill is right on the left touchline here, opting just to try and draw one of the defenders out of the picture. Donnelly's going to deliver, left-footed, swings it in towards a penalty. It's a great ball in and it's fired wide and it's out for a corner. It came off a Stockport defender, but that was a quality free kick into the edge of the box.
Yeah, wonderful ball into the area, I have to say. Absolutely fantastic. And you need runners trying to get in behind them there as well. And I think it was Jordan Brown. He was the one who was trying to get on the end of it there, but it was whipped in towards that 6-yard area. So hard for a keeper, whether to come off your line or stay there, but fortunately for Stockport, went wide.
5 to go to the break. Live on TalkSport 2. The playoffs continue. Corner whipped in. Header off the bar and out. Unbelievable chance for Leyton Orient. I think it was Edmonds Green who got the header on it. It crashed off the crossbar, dropped down on the line and away to safety. Orient inches away from a second goal.
Oh my goodness, I mean, how close can he come to get the second goal? Edmonds Green, brilliant ball into the area, and again just rose above these markers and just guided it towards that Stockport goal. Bang down off the crossbar. I think everybody stopped for a split second because they thought it was going to hit the back of the net.
In comes another ball. It's headed away by the home side and then hooked towards halfway where Josh Keeley waits. Leyton Orient inches away from 2-0. Now they look to knock it long over towards the near side. Torre is across on this right hand side. He hooks it away and now it's a chase for Fevrier and it's headed back by Clare back to his goalkeeper Keeley. Fine margins, and that was inches away from Leyton Orient being 2 goals to the good.
Well, talk about a game being on a knife edge, Mark. I mean, wow. Stockport look as if they're starting to dominate the game without really causing a threat towards that Leyton Orient goal. But it's Leyton Orient then who break up the other end. Super ball into the box. And Edmonds Green, I mean, he's done everything right. You can't criticise him for it. Guided it towards that Stockport goal. My goodness, that was nearly double lead.
It was indeed. Well, Leyton Orient don't keep clean sheets on their travels. You've got to go all the way back to January the 18th when they drew 0-0 at Peterborough. They've conceded in every away game since then. Now, they normally score lots of goals themselves, but it is 1-0, 42 on the clock, live on TalkSport 2. And Leyton Orient are just enjoying a bit of pressure themselves here, and they've got a throw-in down their right-hand side. Kelman waits in the penalty area, but the ball's not going to reach him. Alafe will break forward, evades a challenge, gets it away over on the far side. Infield comes Stockport looking for the switch to Fevrier, but that's well defended there by Curry, who read the pass and intercepted it, and now he's going forward down the left. Kelman in front of him just turns and stops and goes back towards Clare, who works the ball over the top. Were they offside? No, they weren't. Howls of derision as Hills now comes away with it, finds Collo, finds Fevrier, who looks to go down the touchline, and he wins a throw-in. It's all action at the moment.
Well, Mark, I know we haven't got cameras in front of us, Mark, to see replays and everything, but I was quite fortunate. Somebody just came over and showed me a replay, and it was actually Kelman with that header from the corner, and it was so close, and that's just the opportunity that he's waiting for, isn't it? We know he's a goal scorer, but that if you're marking Kelman, you have to stay with him. You've got to stay switched on. Stockport again switched off like they did for the goal, and the last thing they need before half-time is to go 2 down.
Yeah, and we have only got just under 2 minutes remaining here in the first 45 at Edgeley Park. Leyton Orient lead by a goal to 0. Kelman's header off the bar could have made it 2. At the other end, there's been chances, but haven't really overly tested the goalkeeper as Hills wins the challenge. Was he fouled? No, he wasn't. Chance here for Kelman, who this time has gone offside. Cue the ironic cheers. They haven't forgotten what happened on Saturday at Brisbane Road.
Yeah, linesman in the right place on this occasion. Obviously a little bit further out from where the goal came in the first tie, but Kelman just starting to grow into the game, isn't he?
He is. Danger. Here now is Alafe, bit of room to run into, evades one, draws another one in, feeds it to Fevrier. He's got 2 blue shirts waiting in the penalty area. Down the right he goes, looking to go round his man, doesn't quite got the pace, gets the cross in near post. Keeper called for it, he was cleared away for a throw in. Bit of a miscommunication there. Edmonds Green not taking any chances, knocks it out for a throw in that Norwood is going to take.
Well, do you know what's really clever is they've really doubled up.
Well, here's Hills. Sorry, he's got to the byline. He's overhit it. Wootton was at the far post there, Mickey, and it's all the way out for a throw-in.
Yeah, what I was going to say was they've done really well, Leyton Orient, doubling up on Fevrier over on this right-hand side. They saw the threat that he has with that wonderful left foot of his, and he loves to take on defenders. But O'Neill is coming across, and he's helping out Jack Curry. They're doubling up, making it hard for him to break him down, and I think that's played into their favour. Look, they've kept a clean sheet so far in the game, Orient. They've defended really well. Horsfell's had a couple of headed chances. We talked about the Olafe header as well, but other than that, you know, you're scratching your head wondering, right, how is Stockport actually going to break down Orient at the moment?
Yeah, well, you get the feeling they're going to get the chance. 4 added on minutes at the end of this first half. It's been a fiery affair. Couple of bookings apiece, but just the 1 goal so far. That comes for Leyton Orient. Inside 3 minutes, they lead by a goal to 0. Richie Wellens is getting animated now on the touchline. Here comes Stockport. Is there a first half equaliser in it for them? Hills on the right, instantly shut down. Real battle between him and Ollie O'Neill at the moment. O'Neill's goal has Orient in front here. Hills with the ball towards Wootton, brings it down nicely, edge of the penalty area, right hand side, lays it back for Norwood. Norwood looking to work it into Fevrier, turns Fevrier into the box, did well and then slipped just as he went to cross it. He might get another chance here. He just got the wrong side of the defender there, but he slipped as he went to put the cross in.
And it fell onto his weaker right foot as well, kind of rushed the cross a little bit, didn't he? Unfortunate to lose his footing, of course, but can they get an equalising goal, Stockport, before half-time? Running out of moments, 4 added on minutes. Yeah, this is where they need to score.
Yeah, we've had one of those 4 as Pye played himself into trouble. He got a little bit lucky. The ball broke for Norwood, who plays it down the channel, headed away and flicked on, and here now is Donnelly, who just hooks it forward looking for Kelman, but Pye got a good foot in. Collar again gets pushed off the ball there. Referee happy to let play go on, and now forward come Leyton Orient on the far side. Alafe drops back and just confronts Leyton Orient inside their own half. Here is Donnelly, lays it back to Beckles. Beckles plays it over on the far side, and Orient looking to work it forward. Pye goes across for the challenge. Ajayi beats him to it and then skips away. Got Kelman with him, might not need him, goes for the shot but curls it high over the top. Well, you can't blame him for having a shot there down Ajay, but it was always a little bit too high and over the top.
Yeah, I mean, he's done really well to get away from his marker there, but he just wondered from a Stockport perspective there. Ethan Pye's got to be stronger. He's a centre-half. Don't let any player try and shrug you off the ball. You've just got to try and be that little bit stronger, but good play from Orient again from Ajay.
2 of the minimum 4 have gone. 1-0 Leyton Orient lead here at Edgeley Park, a packed out Edgeley Park. Ibu Toure's in the book, advances over halfway, just waits for Norwood. Norwood now looking for the ball over the top for Collar. Collar got a shove edge of the area, and the referee... Well, I think Will Collar made the most of that contact, and he's gone down right on the left corner of the penalty area. This is a big chance, but for all the fouls that have gone, Mickey, that looked quite a soft one.
Yeah, it was very, very soft, wasn't it? I mean, Will Collar's obviously just felt that little bit of contact, knowing that his first touch wasn't great, and in a split second in his brain he said, well, I'll tell you what I will do, I'll go to ground. Well, he's bought a foul from James Bell, the referee. This is a huge opportunity, especially with the quality. Ollie Norwood went straight across, hasn't he? The corner of the 18-yard area. Couldn't be in a more perfect position for him to whip it towards that far corner. He just needs that quality now.
Well, Jaden Fevrier stood there, but I think you'd be quite prepared to every time that Norwood would take this free kick. He's 19 yards out. There's a 2-player wall in front of him. And this is a very, very presentable opportunity. He scored at the weekend. Is he about to level up this semi-final? 3-2 on aggregate. Leyton Orient lead by a goal to nil. But Ollie Norwood is stood on a free kick about 19 yards out. Here he comes now, Norwood. Strikes it through the wall and the keeper saves it. It was straight at him, in fairness. And he got down low, Keeley, and he didn't spill it with blue shirts all around him.
Well, the thing about that is as well, Mark, it's late on in the first half. Josh Keeley's done really well to keep hold of that. He's got 3 or 4 Stockport players running down on him, but his handling had to be really good. A little bit of pace on it, low dip free kick, good goalkeeping.
Yeah, I think Norwood would have wanted more of a test as the half-time whistle goes, and that small band of Orient fans over on the far side, well, they haven't sat down all evening. They're on their feet again, cheering off their team as they come out onto the field, as he's making 2 changes. Kyle Noyle and Ryan Rydell both coming on. We saw Rydell going through a vigorous warm-up at the break. We'll just wait and see who the 2 players are that are going off, but there are 2 changes at half-time, and suggestions that Dave Challoner not happy with everything that went on there. Now, I can't see Ibu Toure because he's on a yellow card and got done for another foul after that, so I think Ibu Toure will be coming off, and Ryan Rydell is coming on, the other change for Kyle Noyle. Just waiting to see out there who is not out there at the moment. We'll confirm, just waiting the 4th official to tell us. We've still got no Leyton Orient players out on the field, so they haven't made their changes yet. Mickey Gray, you surprised 2 changes at the break?
Not with Dave, absolutely not. I think he's made changes in the first half. He's also made changes at half-time. One of them in one of his games was the goalkeeper, because he wasn't too happy about it. So absolutely wants a reaction from his players. I'm sure it wasn't a nice place to be in that dressing room for the Stockport players, but he needs a reaction. I don't think he was happy with that performance. Yes, at times they controlled the football match, but I think in the final third just need that bit of quality. I mean, the 2 players that are coming on, are they going to be that much of a threat? I was more expecting maybe Anderson, the young striker, to come on, and maybe Jack Diamond to give that little bit of dynamic pace in behind. But only time's going to tell. It's up to Noyle and Rydell to maybe change the fortunes of Stockport County.
Yeah, I'm assuming the 4th official can't make the change until Leyton Orient are on the field, so we've got a bit of a delay here. Leyton Orient, maybe they're playing mind games. They're still in the tunnel down underneath us here in the main stand. Stockport County trailing by a goal to nil.
Strange, isn't it? You know, when I mean, whether Dave Chandler, Mark, has sent his players out early to say, look, get out of my sight, basically, and go and win this football match, because I know what Dave's like. It's the type of words he would use. But the 2 changes are fullbacks, Toure and Brad Hills, which is really, really strange for me. I mean, Hills has got good experience. He's a wonderful footballer. I don't know whether he's took that knock in the first half, and maybe it's one of the reasons why he's made that change. But it is Brad Hills who is coming off, along with Toure.
Yeah, an interesting manoeuvre here. We'll see how that affects things for Stockport County, as we just await confirmation that Ryan Rydell will replace Ibu Toure So the changes are made. I guess making him at half-time, it still gives him options. He has still got plenty of attacking threat on the bench, but it is an interesting change. And it is two of the battle. We'll run you through the two teams in just a moment. We had an early goal here in the first half. Are we going to get one in the second half? We're underway at Edgeley Park. It is Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1. Leyton Orient leading by 3-2 on aggregate here. So it's Corey Adai in goal. Noyle, Horsfall and Pye at the back. Norwood holding with Fevrier, Collar, Moxon and Riddell across the middle. Wotton and Alafe up top for the visitors. Josh Keeley in goal. Curry, Beckles, Edmonds Green and Galbraith at the back. It's Brown, Clare and Donnelly in midfield with O'Neill and Ajayi either side of Charlie Kelman, who's got 27 goals and was inches away from a 28th in the first half when he hit the crossbar. Stockport going from right to left then here, trailing by a goal to nil. 45 minutes to keep their season alive. For Leyton Orient, they're 45 minutes away from Wembley if they can hang on. They know if they don't concede second half, they will be going to Wembley a week on Sunday. Ajayi dispossessed, but it's out for a throw in the Stockport county. Taken quickly. Here now is Alafe. Beckles clears it. Out for another throw-in. Stockport have it. Here is Rydell. Plays a nice pass to Moxon. Moxon could have gone forward, just opted to hold on to it. Now a little roll over the boot. Now he's wandering his way in towards the edge of the area. It comes off the defender but hits Moxon and goes out for a goal kick. It was almost like nobody wanted to tackle Owen Moxon there, but it's a goal kick to Leyton Orient.
Yeah, a little bit scrappy to the second half, should I say. I was going to say to you, Matt, it's bizarre, isn't it? I mean, you mentioned there before Torres on a yellow card. I don't know if Brad Hills has picked up a little bit of a knock, but to make fullback changes at half-time when you're chasing a game, I'm just wondering whether, if the game goes well for Dave, absolutely, he's got it perfect. But you're more thinking about forward players coming on.
Yeah, well, they're going to get a throw-in here. Oh, now the referee's got that wrong. No, he hasn't, because his assistant on the near side has flagged, and that prevents a little bit of a temper tantrum from the Stockport player down below us. Here's Rydell now. Packed house here. And the ball to Moxon again, edge of the area. Lays it back to Rydell. Works it onto his right foot. Whips in a nice looking ball, but it was just too deep over Wotton. And goes out for a goal kick, but it was needed someone arriving at the far post, but there was nobody there. Still 1-0.
Yeah, I'm just having a look as well. Fevrier, as that ball comes into the area, he's kind of pulled back towards the edge of the 18-yard area, and I'm thinking if the ball's getting whipped in towards that Leyton Orient goal, Fevrier's got to just break his neck to get to the back stick, make some contact on it, keep the ball alive. He's ball watching again. It was pretty much the way they started the first half.
Ball cleared by Leyton Orient then. You're live on TalkSport 2, Mark Wilson and Mickey Gray here tonight. But who will be joining Sunderland and Sheffield United at Wembley over the bank holiday weekend at the end of the month? Ball into Wotton, brings it down, but he's outnumbered. He goes down, referee's having none of it. And now the ball over the top, and Kelman could be in here, but Horsfall gets across, Kelman beats him to it, lobbed the keeper, and it's clawed away by a die. And that was the attempted finish of a man who's got 27 goals this season. Kelman went for the deft touch, and Corey Adai comes up with a great save, and it's a corner.
Absolutely brilliant from Charlie Kelman. Stayed alive, stayed alert. Stockport waiting for a foul. The whistle never got blown. He's alert, he gets him behind, but how clever when he get into the 18-yard area. No, he could have blasted it, but it was cute, just trying to dink it over the top of a die, and very, very close to doubling Leyton Orient's lead.
Now they've got a corner that's going to be played short. They're looking to work it in with O'Neill. Gets to the byline, drills it in towards the 6-yard box, poked away as a challenge edge of the area. It falls now here, shot comes in, but the shot from Galbraith is blocked, and it's all the way back to Clare on the halfway line. He'll go back to Josh Keeley, and he has a touch and then plays it forward, and they're looking to turn Stockport around, but the ball's overhit and it's behind for a goal kick, and that's the threat when you've got a striker like Kelman. Only needs half a chance. I mean, that was a really good effort, and in fairness to Adai, it's a great save.
Mark, they just look more potent when they're going forwards. Yeah, if you feel there's going to be another goal in the game, it feels like it's going to go at the moment in Leyton Orient's favour. The real threat in behind with Kelman. Ajayi looks a real live wire down this right-hand side, and O'Neill, he just doesn't stop running, and it's playing into their hands at the moment, Orient.
Well, Dave Challoner at the weekend praised the attitude of his players given the adversity they face from the referee. I think they feel they're on the wrong end of a lot of things tonight. They're getting more and more frustrated and it's getting into their game. Dave Challoner is just remonstrating with the official now, shakes his head as he turns away. They just feel they're on the wrong end of one or two things.
It's not going to help, Mark. No, if Dave's shaking his head at the referee, it's not going to help. It's the players who've got to show him the reaction. He probably is thinking he was going to get that in the second half by making those 2 substitutions, but it's the forward players to make. They've got to do more. The holder play's got to be better, and somebody's got to run in behind.
Well, that was a good bit of head tennis there, and Wotton did really well a couple of times. Beckles pokes it back to his keeper. He can't pick it up. That's a back pass. He can't pick it up. It's an indirect free kick, and Josh Keeley there was in all sorts of trouble. The ball, it was head tennis. Beckles is saying he didn't mean to pass it back to his goalkeeper, but Mickey Gray, I think he did mean to pass it back to his goalkeeper, and this is a justified free kick.
Yeah, 100%. Josh Keeley's just switched off, maybe forgot the rules at the time, because you could see his hands were always going to try and pick the ball up, but he couldn't in that situation. I think it was Will Collar who was pressing him and closing him down. He stood his ground, waiting for the goalkeeper to react, and Keeley, I mean, he's threw the ball away, he's dropped it away, and he's ran straight to the referee to say, what have I done? But it's his mistake. This is a big chance for Stockport.
It is. 6 gone second half. They've got a free kick. It's level with the penalty spot, but it's about, 6-7 yards to the right. Now, it's an indirect free kick, so either someone's got to touch it or it's got to hit someone before it goes in the back of the net. They're very close in on goal here, but this is an opportunity now for Stockport and maybe a lifeline back into this semi-final, because they've not been great thus far, but the error there from Keeley, he was undecided. He was almost taunting the Stockport player to come to him so he could pick it up, and he did pick it up, but it was a back pass. And now Norwood is over it. Fevrier is over it. Who's going to hit this one? I think they're just going to try and move it and have the shot, but they're so close in on goal, it's going to have to go through bodies here. Stockport. Fevrier takes it, he's blocked. Almost too close to goal there, Mickey.
No, I think you've got to be a bit more... you've got to have a little bit more guile in you there for me, Mark. Everybody knows that the shot's going to come in. It's a touch and a shot from Fevrier. Just line 2 or 3 of your players around the edge of the 18-yard area. Get the Orient defenders thinking, what they're going to do in this situation. That was too easy for me. That was a poor decision.
Yeah, ball now is floated in from the long throw. It's headed on, and the keeper will catch it. Josh Keeley, he'll be relieved. Catches it under the crossbar. Still Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1. We'll bring it forward now. You're live on TalkSport 2. 7 gone second half. And Orient closing in on victory, but a long way to go yet. And just a reminder, that is a back pass, Josh Keeley, and he sliced that one straight up in the air. Riddell is holding all over the shirt of Ajay. Ball played forward, cleared away by Leyton Orient, flicked on, and won at the back there by Ethan Pye, but it's out for a throw-in. Stockport, I've watched them a couple of times this year, Mickey. They're known for their football. They've hardly played any football tonight.
No, absolutely not. I keep going on about the stats and possession. Yes, they've had more possession now than Leyton Orient, but they've only got 52% of it. It's normally a lot higher than that. I said the build-up play is always very good. And I've talked about players come off the bench. I know they've made 2 already, but I just think it's man-made, this game, for somebody like Louis Bates, who'll put his foot on the ball. He can slow the game down, dictates the tempo of a football match, but he can certainly spring it into life as well. And I just wonder how long Dave's going to wait to make those forward changes.
Well, here's Donnelly, plays it in towards Kelman and Leyton. Roll across goal, and it's dropped by the goalkeeper, Adair. There was nobody there to turn it in. Well, Kelman dummied it to the near post, and everybody in a blue shirt bought the dummy.
Well, you cannot do that as a defender. First and foremost, clear your lines, just in another bad foul.
Well, that tackle there from Jordan Brown wouldn't have looked out of place in the Super League on a Thursday night on TalkSport 2. He's just rugby tackled there, Ryan Riddell, and he goes into the book, and I don't think he can have any complaints about that one.
Well, that one's understandable. We're into the second half now as well. The tally of challenges are starting to stock up a little bit. Understandable. Brings a player down. You've got to take that yellow card, but it's so bizarre, isn't it, Mark? We're talking about a side that need to get themselves back in the game in Stockport County. They're playing too many long balls for me. They're a good footballing side, and Ollie Norwood, probably one of the best footballers in the division. They need to use him a little bit more.
Well, here now is Ethan Pye, making one in an attack, wandering forward, feeds it out to Riddell on the left, looks to work across him, that deflects up in the air, it'll go out for a throw-in. Norwood on the move, wanted it played quickly. Gets it on this near side. Rydell back to Norwood. Norwood into the edge of the area. Can he find a blue shirt? Lasses it across goal and he's cleared off the line. He just needed a touch from someone in blue, and Wootton was inches away from levelling up the game. Norwood involved and Stockport almost level.
Well, there you go. You put your best players on the ball into good areas and you put a decent ball into the area. But as a centre forward, I mean, you've got to have those reactions quicker than your marker. And Kyle Wootton, I think it sums up his performance. I really do. It's been a little bit sluggish for me at times. Yes, he's done well, but in that situation as a forward player, shove your marker out the way, just get that little glance, and he scores a goal from 2 yards.
Yeah, it just needed a touch. Here's Alafe having the shirt pulled off his back, gets it in the collar, tries to head it into the path of Wootton. It was a good header, but it was cleared away by Leyton Orient. But Stockport are just starting to build up head of steam here. Alafe gets the ball away. Collar tries to play it into Wootton. There wasn't enough room. Strong challenge from Alafe, and it's out for a throw in near side. But Stockport are starting to find something here. Yeah. 10 gone second half, still trail 1-0.
Good from Alafe there, wasn't it? You know, not giving it up. We knew that the ball was going to get cleared, threw his body on the line to make that challenge, and that's what I want to see a lot more of.
Still a 0-0. Leyton Orient lead 3-2 on aggregate. Ball headed forward. Beckles just volleys it up in the air. Headed forward again by Stockport. Nice footwork. Couldn't find Moxon. Into the challenge. Fires Kyle Noyle, but it breaks now. And here could be the counter here. Kelman near side dispossessed. Good tracking back from Norwood, who gives a throw-in away just inside the Stockport County half.
The alarm bells start to ring, don't they? As soon as any of those Orient forward players get on the ball, is shy, you know he's going to pick the ball up and start running at the back line of Stockport County. And you've got Kelman, not interested in the ball, just wants to make the runs in behind Stockport's back line, and they've got the quality, and it's just last-ditch challenges at the moment for the home team.
Norwood heads on, picked up by Brown, midway inside the Stockport half. He's overrun it. Moxon takes it off him, gets it back, poke forward towards Wootton, who's really got to start putting himself about and winning some balls high up the field, as Noyle will go back to his goalkeeper, Adai. Adai brings it forward, all in line green, knocks it long, looking towards Wootton again. Wootton and Alafe go for the same ball. Alafe wins the header, but it falls down to a red shirt and it's played forward, and they're waiting for Adai to come out and collect it. He will collect it out of his box. It's still 1-0. He bowls it out on the near side. Stockport see more of the ball. Ryan Rydell plays it forward. Alafe turned his man and Beckles sides him down on halfway, and that'll be another yellow card. He got done there, Beckles, and he knew what he was doing, bringing Tanto Alafe down.
Yeah, they're starting to tally up a little bit now, these yellow cards, aren't they? I mean, you touched on it in the first half, Mark. Said he'd be surprised if this finishes 11v11, and Beckles there knew exactly what he was doing. Alafe, clever, used his pace and his body strength, and he had to bring him down, Beckles. It's kind of one for the team, if you like.
Yeah, he knew he'd get away with it in terms of any serious foul play. Stockport have it. Better second half, but still they've yet to test out Josh Keeley. Over on the far side, the ball flicked on by Wootton, cleared away up towards halfway. Kelman beaten in the air by Horsfall. Challenge goes in on halfway. Leyton Orient coming forward, but Ajayi's caught in possession. He should have done better, but he wins it back. Fair play to him. Now they're looking to work the ball in behind. It's a good looking run down the right from Jamie Donnelly. Donnelly in behind, outnumbered now, needs to find a teammate and does, finds Brown. Brown has it, he lays it back to Beckles on halfway, and Leyton Orient happy just to keep possession. Ball played forward, Ajayi trying to turn his man, gets it back to Donnelly. Can Leyton Orient get a second goal? It might be enough tonight, because Stockport County is struggling to get one, let alone two in this match, and Edmonds Green has it on halfway, and he'll go back to his goalkeeper.
Just taking the sting out of the game. It's really clever, I have to say, from Leyton Orient, Mark. In that midfield area, Jordan Brown just calming things down. Ajayi holding on to the ball, doing really well. And they're just biding their time, waiting for their opportunity to pounce on Stockport. And again, at Stockport, they're the ones who, at the moment, they're going to have to take the risks.
Well, Jack Diamond is about to come on. The former Sunderland man is stripped and ready to go. He'll be coming on imminently. As Adai hoofs it downfield. Wootton is going to have to give chase. Beaten to it by Edmonds Green. Ball over on the far side. Here's Fevrier, goes past his man, but again Jack Curry has defended really well tonight. He knocks it out for a throw-in. You have to say the changes that Richie Wellens has made ahead of this second leg, Mickey, have all been positive, haven't they?
Yeah, absolutely. Jack Kerry's probably out there as one of the best performers. He's been outstanding. He's given no change to Jaden Fevrier whatsoever.
Here is Alafe, wins the header. Here is Fevrier now, and once again the number 12 is across, blocking him out of it, but he makes him concede a throw-in. He didn't panic there, Fevrier. That was good play, and here comes the change. Or does it? Stockport are ready to make it, but I think they've just said to the official, let's carry on while we've got this throw-in over on the far side. Jack Diamond stripped and ready to go. Stockport County looking for an equaliser here at Edgeley Park. The vast majority of the 10,000 sellout crowd in blue looking for an equaliser. Not the best long throw, but it's headed into the area by Leyton Orient head, but it's back towards the centre circle now. Here goes Pye advancing forward. Nice pass, finds Moxon wide on the left. Moxon has got the overlapping run. Rydell puts in a great ball to the far post. Offside flag hasn't gone up. It's play on. Well, the referee's blown up for a free kick as Stockport roll it into the net. Well, everyone was waiting for the offside flag. Is it a head knock? Well, the referee has blown the whistle on this occasion, and Stockport denied an equaliser.
Yeah, and unfortunate, but I think it is the right call. I mean, they haven't got that long throw like they had in the first half from Ibu Toure. He's not on the field now, so it was a bit of a scrappy one, but Orient just didn't clear the lines. They kept it alive in the 18-yard area. And Wootton wasn't to know. Good body strength, and that's what I want to see from him. That little half swivel turn. Caught the keeper out, Keeley. Maybe heard the whistle before it rolled into the back of the net, but that is the threat Stockport have got to start to bring to this football match.
Jaden Fevrier goes off. Jack Diamond comes on. You're live on TalkSport 2, just over an hour gone here. Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1. Ollie O'Neill scoring inside the opening 3 minutes. A wonderful finish as well. Past the keeper, a dive from a tight angle. And whilst there have been chances at both ends and both sides have hit the crossbar, Horsfall with a header from a corner for Stockport, and Kelman from a set piece hit the crossbar as well for Leyton Orient just before the break. It is still 1-0. Stockport have been a little better in the second half. Jack Diamond into the action. We'll hope to have a positive impact on this game.
Yeah, and he's just jumped over to this left-hand side as well. Fevrier was over on the right. He's the player who's gone off. We know Jack's got the pace if he gets the opportunities.
Ball out for a throw in midway inside the Stockport half. Inside the final half an hour we go. Might need another half an hour on top. We'll find that out shortly here on TalkSport 2 after the drama on Wearside last night when Sunderland levelled up the match with a last header of the game. And a header that sent them to Wembley to take on Sheffield United in the playoffs. Ball forward for Leyton Orient. They may feel one more goal might do it for them. Rydell heads it away. Ball hooked back in. Here's a chance from 20 yards out, and the shot is blocked from Donnelly, and it's behind for a goal kick. Referee said it came off Donnelly last touch.
Yeah, probably the right decision. Crazy, isn't it, Mark? We're in this stadium, Edgeley Park, and I think the whole place is just waiting to erupt, isn't it? But where's that moment? Who's going to give us that moment that Stockport supporters are waiting for?
Who's going to be Stockport's Dan Ballard? Here now is Alafe. He's certainly trying hard. He gets in behind. Can he find a teammate? Well, he went to cross it, and the ball cannoned off him. It was great defence on the far side. But I have to say, Tanto Alafe is starting now to go through the gears. He's starting to look more threatening.
Yeah, no, absolutely. Good pace there as well, Alafe. That's what you want to see. Committing defenders, using the pace, using your strengths over on that right-hand side. And on another occasion here, just look for that little bit of a half a yard, but starting to run in behind now, Stockport. They're wearing Leyton Orient down, hoping that they can get themselves back in this tie.
Tom James about to come on for the visitors here. 63 on the clock, and it will be Tom James who will come on. Now, who's he coming on for? Because there is treatment over on the far side, and it is the injured player, Jack Curry, who's sung his praises tonight. But Tom James comes on, and it is Jack Curry that leaves the field.
Well, that's a shame, isn't it? For Leyton Orient, and certainly for Jack Curry, who's been absolutely outstanding. His defending's been brilliant, and when he's got into the final third, he showed real quality as well. So he can be proud of his performance, there's no question of that. But it gives Tom James the opportunity now. I always find it difficult coming on as a defender in games like this, Mark, because you've watched as a bystander, and they've defended really well, Leyton Orient. And Tom James has got to switch on as soon as he gets onto that pitch.
Well, he's on now. The two teams once again having a a water break on the near side. Stockport fans are not happy, but the referee will have stopped his watch. 19 gone second half. Live on TalkSport 2, Mark Wilson with the former Sunderland and England man Mickey Gray here at Edgeley Park, where Leyton Orient have got 1 foot potentially in the final at Wembley. Charlton or Wycombe, they face off tomorrow night, live on TalkSport 2. Second leg, they're level at 0-0. Josh Keeley about to take the goal kick. It was great defending from Curry. It summed up his night. Great block. His last act of the match. And he'll be hoping that should Leyton Orient get to Wembley, he'll be fit enough to play a part there. Ball played forward. Horsfall wins the header, but he rather deflects off the side of his head. And here is Tom James. A nice early touch for him. Turns it back to Clare. Plays it over the top. Looking for Donnelly. Ball. Horsfall just guides it out. Good work from the centre half. 20 gone second half. 25 remaining. Stockport 0, Leyton Orient 1.
Yeah, strange header, wasn't it, Mark? Nobody around within, 15-20 yards. Well, I think we heard it before. 50 pence head, isn't it? I think is the quote. But
it's like one of your chip shots, that, Mickey. Supposed to go one way, it went the other.
Yeah, you're completely right.
Here now, Leyton Orient play it out, and again, safety first out for a throw-in. The pressure's building for Stockport. It almost feels, Mickey, like one of those nights where if they get one, they will get two, but you worry if they'll get one. That's the problem at the moment.
Absolutely, yeah. Step by step, isn't it?
Yeah. Ball out of play on the near side. A throw in from Jack Diamond, his first interaction in the game, and he wants it played quickly from Rydell. Doesn't get it initially. There's a lot of movement. Rydell is looking around him, but does get it eventually to Diamond. Not the best throw-in the end. And that was a bit of a waste from Rydell, who's not really added too much since he came on as a half-time substitute.
No, he certainly hasn't. You want an impact from your substitutes, and I said when Stockport brought Jack Diamond on, I think you've got to try and use his tools, his pace in 1v1 situations, get the ball out to him a little bit quicker, control the football match as they are at the moment. They're in the ascendancy, but that final third, we're not really talking about the big chances that Stockport have, and I think that's going to be the letdown if you get to the end of this football match.
Well, Leyton Orient and Richie Welland's about to make another change. Randall Williams signed from Bolton. He's coming on, and he comes on for the goal scorer. Ollie O'Neill makes way. So Ollie O'Neill may just have scored one of the biggest goals of his career so far. 67 on the clock. Midway through the second half, we're going to have plenty of added on time here. We've had a lot of stoppages early on here. Ball all the way through to Courier Dye. I always wonder then when a manager makes 2 changes in a couple of minutes, you always feel he's wasted an opportunity, doesn't he?
Yeah.
Because he's only got 1 break left now for us. So that looked like a clear handball there from the arm of Jamie Donnelly. The assistant on the near side saw it. The referee, in fairness, was behind him. He blew up once the flag went up. Ball given away though by Moxon, and here now is Donnelly driving forward, looks to play it out wide for Randall Williams. He's up against the fellow sub, and a good challenge goes in from Kyle Noyle. Strong challenge.
Yeah, brilliant. Kyle Noyle just waving his arms around. I think he was quite proud of that challenge, wasn't he, on Williams? Foot race it was. Great as a fullback when you know you're going to get ball and man. Absolutely great defending.
Right, it's a throw in though, and Leyton Orient leading by a goal to 0. I've got a chance here to pack some red shirts in the box. Tanto Alafo, it's midway inside his own half. He's the furthest player forward for Stockport. I've got to defend here. Horsfall hammers it away, and Alafe's on his bike. And he comes together there. He almost found their Diamond. And that was a chance, but Noyle has slipped. And Randall Williams is going to get in down the back. They're waiting in the middle, but Horsfall will just shovel it away and out for a throw-in. Well, there was a chance there. Should Alafe got hold of that ball, he would have had a chance to run in on goal. He didn't, and almost undone there after that Noyle slip.
Yeah, it was. I mean, he's trying to pull it out of the sky, hasn't he, Alafe? His first touch just got away from him, which was unfortunate. Did try and find Jack Diamond, but then split second afterwards, Williams down the left-hand side gets away from his marker. Did he rush the cross? I think he had so much time just to have a touch.
Yeah, needed to avoid the first man. Long throw is a decent one, and a dive. It's a good job. He's about 6'5". It almost bounced over him into the back of the net, but he clutched it out of the air and he bowls it out, and forward comes Stockport. Just over 21 minutes of the 90 remaining. 1-0 Leyton Orient lead. It feels like a night where there is a twist to come, but at what end of the field will the twist come as one chases down a bouncing ball, and in the end Sean Clare got just enough of it. Here now is Pye, gets it down to Norwood. Norwood, need to see more from him as he works it out wide here to Rydell. He's invited forward down the left, whips in a good looking cross to Wotton. Ball bounces around and it's back to the goalkeeper. And I've got to say there, Carl Wotton, why is he not heading there?
Yeah, I completely agree with you. Brilliant ball into the area down this left-hand side from Rydell, who's done really well since he came onto the field. But that's food and drink for a centre-forward like Kyle Wotton. It looked like he pulled his head away, as if he knew that one of his teammates were behind him. Well, no, you don't think like that. You get your head on it and you head it towards goal.
Yeah, I think that's a chance. 12 yards out. Good early ball in. And the header turned down. Stockport are fluffing their lines at home. Their home record's so strong in the League One campaign. But they need something here now with 20 minutes remaining. And at the moment, Leyton Orient are pretty comfortable.
I bet it's not many times as well, Mark. I know it has happened this season that Stockport haven't scored a goal at home.
Here's a giant, breaks into the area. Is he going to go down? No, he doesn't, and he overruns it. I'll have a look at that in a moment, Mickey. There's a ball forward to Wotton, who's wrestled out of the way. Here's Tanto Alafe, gets it past, and Wotton was offside. He was fouled as well, and Stockport were in momentarily, but they pulled back because he was offside.
Well, in my eyes, look, that's the change that needs to be made. I know you're looking at experience in Kyle Wotton, but if it's not your night, it's not your night. I might be proved wrong, Mark. They've got Anderson on the bench, and look, he's a young striker. He had a period where he was scoring goals, then he had to go away on international duty and missed a couple of games, but since he's come back, he's not really had an opportunity. This might be his big night, because at the moment Stockport need answers and they need them quickly.
They do indeed. Ball played forward by Orient. They win a throw. In answer to your question, 3 times Stockport have failed to score. Drew 0-0 at home with Wigan. They got thumped 5-0 by Wycombe Wanderers, and they also drew 0-0 with Charlton recently as well. So 3 times they haven't scored, but that's in 23 league outings.
Yeah, so it's a real surprise, isn't it? And if you think about, we'll stop for a second here, big chances that Stockport have had in this game. You can count them on one hand, and they haven't been great opportunities.
Here's a chance though for Orient, edge of the area. It's Kelman, shoots through bodies, and in the end it goes to ground. And after Donnelly was played in edge of the box, he had an opportunity, couldn't take it. And on the other hand, you've got to look at Leyton Orient away from home. You know, they do not keep clean sheets. They've been 11 on the spin where they've conceded at least 1. So Stockport will take hope from that. Only needs 1 to get them to extra time, of course. It's 1-0 Leyton Orient lead. Nice step over from Diamond, but then the pass, the no-look pass, sold out Rydell, and it's out for a throw-in.
Yeah, I mean, you've got to show those passes up. Jack Diamond's done really well. You get away from your marker, but know where he is. Can you turn back onto your right foot, get forward facing, and then just take on your fullback? I said before, you come off the bench, you make a reaction, you make an impact. Jack's got to get on the ball a lot more.
The subs haven't yet worked for Dave Challoner. It's been one of those nights where it's not quite going right. Can they fashion at least 1 genuine opportunity to level up the game? Leyton Orient, as it stands, will be the first League One team into the Wembley final. Charlton Wycombe to come tomorrow. They're goalless after the opening leg. Ball played forward. Here's Norwood. Norwood wins a 50-50. Falls to Wotton. This time he does find a blue shirt. Chance for Collar to put the cross in. He's waiting, hoping. Gets it out wide. In comes the cross. It's palmed down by the keeper, and there was nobody there to tap it in. And in the end, Keeley did really well under pressure. Knew his bearings, palmed it down, and collects it the second time.
Yeah, he did. Just took the sting out of the cross, didn't he, from Ollie Norwood? But where are your forward players? Where's that reaction?
Here's Galbraith. His assist for the opening goal. Crucial at the moment. Leyton Orient passing it around. Time is their friend, and it's ticking down here at Edgeley Park. Ball played forward. Rydell will allow it to run out. Keeper Corey Adai will keep it in. He takes it back to his penalty area. 17 remaining. Going to be a significant amount of added on time as well. Corey Adai, edge of his area, lolls it out over on the far side. Invites Horsfall forward. We've not seen him as an attacking threat second half. Ball played back here now. Ball out to Rydell on this near side. He's got Diamond down the touchline. Lays it to Diamond. Diamond running forward now at Jordan Brown. Couple of step overs from Diamond. Onto his right foot. Shoots flicks on it in! Tanto Alafe turns in Jack Diamond's shot. Keeper was going the right way, but a little back heel from Tanto Alafe, and Stockport are level. It's Stockport 1, Leyton Orient 1. Edgeley Park erupts in noise. Game on here.
Well, We've said it, haven't we? We've been waiting for that moment for these home Stockport supporters, and they've just had it. You bring on substitutes, you want a reaction. Jack Diamond, absolutely brilliant, taking on his fullback. Defenders absolutely hate it, gets inside him, gets his little shot away, and brilliant from Alafe. The little flick is so cute and clever. That's a beautiful finish. Takes it away from Keeley. He's got no chance. What a goal.
The keeper was about to throw his cap on it, and then Alafe 6 yards out. Oh, that's a nasty challenge. Well, the referee here is going to pull up Kyle Noyle, who's walked under the ball. Randall Williams has got up high above him. Whether he's made a back for him, but Randall Williams is almost somersaulted in the air, smashed into the turf. It didn't look great, but I'm not sure it was a foul, or was it coming together? The referee says it's a foul, and straight away Leyton Orient up the other end.
Yeah, never nice, Mark, is it? I mean, like you say, when you've got yourself back on level terms, don't make mistakes, just calm everybody down. And again, this gives Orient another opportunity to whip that ball into Stockport's 18-yard area. Listen to this place now. We've been waiting for it all night. Well, place has erupted.
They've got to hang on here, though, haven't they? They can't let Orient back into it. Azim Abdullah is about to come on for Richie Welland's side, but they've got a set piece here. It's 1-1 with 15 remaining here at Edgeley Park. Finally, there's a bit of hope and belief around this ground, and it is going to be a change now, and it is going to be Dan Ajayi who goes off. Probably not had the impact tonight he would have wanted, Ajayi, but he has been well defended. As on comes Azim Abdullah, and it's the third change for Leyton Orient.
Yeah, ran himself into the ground, Ajayi, and Abdullah now comes on for what, the remaining 15 minutes of this game, and it could be another 30 minutes, Mark, from what we've seen so far.
It could be. Well, he wanders into the area, Azim Abdullah. What a start it'd be if he could knock in this free kick. It's going to be taken by Jamie Donnelly on the left. Everybody back. There's a line of 10 blue shirts along the edge of the 18-yard box. Good ball in, and it's straight at the keeper. They got a touch on it. Williams, I think it was, who got a touch. And Ajayi clutches it gratefully on the goal line.
Oh, what a chance. What a chance for Randall Williams. He's done really well to get him behind his mark. It's a great ball into the area, but he's just poked his right leg out. Any contact, looks like he just got the slightest touch on it, but Ajayi in the perfect place at the perfect time.
Force 4 watches it out. 1-1, 13 remaining. All of a sudden Richie Wellands and the Orient bench are starting to get animated. They're making changes on the run here. It's 1-1, it's 3-3 on aggregate. Are we going to get a winner in the 90 minutes? Who's going to Wembley at the end of the night? You'll find out right here on TalkSport 2, the only place on national radio you'll hear all of the playoff games. And it's the throw-in for Stockport, I think have been the better team second half. They haven't maybe been perfect in front of goal, but they've been a lot better and playing a lot further up the field.
Yeah, completely agree, Mark. Whatever Dave Chandler said to his players at half-time, he wanted a reaction, albeit not really created too many big opportunities, but that one big chance. I said, you know, when you make substitutions, you want a reaction from them. We want them to be the game changer. And it was all down to Jack Diamond. Getting on a half-turn, running at his defender, and yeah, it was a poor shot. But look what comes from the end of it. Alafe just poked out a leg, wonderful little flick. Now you're back on level terms, and it's anybody's game now.
It was a great flick, was it? It totally took Josh Keeley out of it. There was nothing he could do. He was diving down low to his right to save what would have been a routine save.
Yeah, 10th league goal as well. Absolutely brilliant from him.
Yeah. Well, we said earlier on, he looks like the man up top. He's making things happen for Stockport. He might yet be the match winner. There's a chance here. Diamond heads it to Alafe. 25 yards out. Plenty of blue shirts forward. Feeds it out wide. Look at this now. Orient on the back foot here. Stockport with Wootton on the edge of the area. Lays it back. Oh, cross comes in from Moxon. It's far too deep. And that just lets the pressure off there. Needed a bit better quality. There were 3 or 4 blue shirts waiting. They'd got nowhere near it.
Yeah, he'd be disappointed with that or Moxon. He had a little bit of time in his hands to whip that in, certainly into a more dangerous area. He just got too much loft on it. And the problem was you had 3 or 4 Stockport players in the 18-yard box waiting to get on the end of it.
Ball forward for Kelman, who continues to run. He might get some joy out of this as well, because the header is sliced away from Ethan Pye, and it's out for a throw-in level with the edge of the area. Orient have been a bit part in this second half, but if they can get a second goal, it would give them a huge chance with 11 minutes remaining of the 90. Omar Beckles is up from the back, looking, to get the ball into the back of that Stockport net. Again, Alafe stays forward here for Stockport. Long throw goes into the area. It comes off ahead. It falls to Brown, who shoots well wide in the end. Never really got hold of it, and he screws the shot wide. And as we go inside the final 10.5 minutes on TalkSport 2, it's Stockport 1, Leyton Orient 1. It's 3-3 on aggregate.
And these are the moments where you've got to dig deep. You've got to just try and find that extra little bit of energy, that little bit of quality, and think to yourself, I want to be the match winner. I want to be the game changer in a huge football match like this. You just have to remember what is at the end of this. A trip to Wembley.
It's a trip to Wembley and the opportunity to be 90 minutes away from the championship. Stockport County and Leyton Orient, two sides very much on the up at the moment, but one of them, their season will end here tonight, and it might end in the next 10 minutes or so if one of these two teams can find a winner. Norwood feeds it down the line. They're appealing for handball, not given, and now Orient try and break forward, but Horsfall is there, and he'll feed it towards Ethan Pye just inside his own half. He'll go back to his goalkeeper. Kelman will give his run in again, chases down Corey Adai, makes him knock it long towards Wootton, who's the target. He's bulldozed his man over, and it's another needless free kick given away by Carl Wootton.
I mean, Dave Chandler must be seeing a little bit something different in Wootton than what me and yourself are, Mark. Is it that physical presence? Does he think he can go 90 minutes and maybe a little bit longer?
Ball over the top, looking to get in behind. There's a slip there from Abdullahi, and it's all the way through to Adai. It is 1-1 here. Mark Wilson and Mickey Gray with you live at Edgeley Park tonight. We'll be at the Valley tomorrow, Charlton against Wickham, live on TalkSport 2 tomorrow night. 0-0 on aggregate there. Ball headed away, more nerves, more drama. We saw and heard it all last night at the Stadium of Light. Are we getting the same tonight? Clare makes a good challenge on the edge of the centre circle. Can Orient break? No, they can't, because Pye cuts out the pass destined for Kelman. And now forward comes Stockport again with Diamond, who decides to run down the touchline. Two red shirts closing down. Feeds it into the feet of Moxon. He then finds a nice pass to Norwood, who, if he looks out wide, has got the fullback Noyle overlapping. Noyle whips in a good-looking cross, collar ride, but just couldn't get enough on it, and he heads it wide of the target.
Great move. Absolutely brilliant from Stockport. A little bit of karma this time. Didn't panic and put the ball in the area. Played it from the left across to the right-hand side. Nice little ball in from Kyle Noyle over on that right-hand side. And Will Collar, he's run himself into the ground, I have to say. Look, he's done really well to get something on it.
Beckles plays out from the back. Risky stuff, and a good foot in from Diamond. Throw in high up the field. Stockport will defend it and try and keep Leyton Orient pending their own half. We're approaching now 8 minutes remaining, plus there's got to be at least 5 added on it. We've had a couple of subs, haven't we, and a couple of injuries as well. 1-1, 3-3 on aggregate, 1-1 on the night. Ball bounces off. I think they've got a home decision there, Stockport County, as Odin Bailey is about to come on. Richie Wellens remonstrates. Is the change going to be made now? It is. Official putting the numbers in the boards, and Odin Bailey will come on momentarily. And he's coming on. We'll have to number 14, that Will Collar, whose last touch was that header wide.
Well, he's done really well, hasn't he, Will Collar? Well, he's had a very good game. He got himself into a dangerous area. That last opportunity he's had there, I have to say, it was really good defending from Omar Beckles as well, to make some contact on that cross, just to put off Will Collar. But another change here. Odin Bailey coming onto the field. And what can he give Stockport County for the final minutes of this football match? Yeah,
well, there might be a little bit more than the 7 that remains on the stopwatch. It is 1-1. Tanto Alafe's wonderful flick cancels out Ollie O'Neill's great finish in the first half. 1-1. Corey Adai will knock it long. No blue shirt anywhere near that. Chance for a free header, and the header is taken by Galbraith. Ball on halfway. Pye has a bit of a wrestling match on the ground. Moxon brings it down, looking for an out ball, can't find one. He's turned over possession. Sean Clare does well in midfield, brings it down. Orient advance. Alafe's won it back, and Alafe instantly on the attack. He's got Bailey with him. Alafe racing towards the corner flag. He's gone round his man, and he wins the free kick, and that should, you'd imagine, be a yellow card, but the referee's having none of it at the moment, is wandering across, and well, the Leyton Orient players just had a go at the official on the far side, but Mickey Gray, how was that any different to the Ibu Toure booking in the first half?
Beats me, it really does. I think it was Sean Clare with the challenge as well. He was the one who was running back alongside Alafe, but he just shoulder barged him out of the way. And James Bell, again, he had a perfect sight of it, but he was, 20, 30 yards away from it? I mean, they've got the free kick, so they're happy, Stockport, and this is a chance for them.
Can Horsfall get on the end of it? Scored at Brisbane Road at the weekend. He's hit the woodwork tonight, and he's won everything that's going in there. There's more pushing and shoving now as we go inside the final 5. Live at Edgeley Park. Referee telling them to stay apart. No pushing, no pulling here. But there's a place at Wembley up for grabs here. Who can keep their calm? Can they provide the delivery? Out wide on that far side. Norwood stands over it. Can he find a teammate in blue to send Edgeley Park delirious with a late goal? It's 1-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate. They're all in the box, everybody back for Leyton Orient, and the referee's still not happy. Now he's calling them out. Wharton is getting called forward, and now the referee lays down the law again. I was thinking this situation, Mickey, just let them get on with it. If someone wants to pull a shirt, then deal with it.
Blow the whistle, give a foul. Absolutely, yeah.
We don't want us to be stood around 85 minutes deep here. It was a controversial game at the weekend. Here's the late drama here. Norwood floats it in. It's over everybody. It's headed away only as far as Diamond. Diamond keeps it in on the left, looking for support. Lays it back to the edge of the area. Here's Odin Bailey. Stands up across. Keeper comes and collects it. Good hands from Keeley. Danger averted. As they're coming together there on the edge of the box, Horsfall was taken down, and that means there could be a room at the back, but Orient haven't got it forward quite as much in this second half. Omar Beckles has it edge of his area. A goal now might well be the winner for either side. Beckles playing out from the back. They're going to stick to their principles, Leyton Orient, principles that got them in the playoffs with 6 straight wins. Can they get another win here to send them to Wembley, or will they need extra time and maybe penalties? It is 1-1 on the night, and you can feel the tension growing now as time ticks down. Beckles is weaving his way and then plays it forward. It's dealt with by Stockport, won back by Brown, and here's Rydell, who, a free kick given for Leyton Orient. Didn't see that, it was behind the stanchion in front of me, and a free kick for Leyton Orient.
Ollie Norwood just stretched out his right foot a little bit there on Jordan Brown. There was a foul, but the momentum was with Leyton Orient. They're the ones who are pushing forward. You're right, mate, it's so tense now, isn't it? You've got 22 players out there, nobody wants to make that mistake. Would love to be talking about somebody coming up with that real bit of quality who goes on to win this football match, but it's getting that feel, isn't it, coming towards the full-time whistle, that we might be seeing another 30 minutes of this game.
Yeah, it's when does the fear of losing outweigh the will to win, and we're in that little period at the moment. Free kick for Leyton Orient. Josh Keeley's advanced right up to halfway, the goalie to take it. He's going to knock it long towards the edge of the box. Beckles involved in an all-in wrestling match. Ball breaks to Donnelly. Feeds it out wide on the Orient right-hand side. Here's Randall Williams. Puts in the cross over everybody and out for a goal kick. 2 minutes remain, plus whatever added on time James Bell wants to add on. Nerves are plenty here. It's 1-1.
Yeah, they are. And Leyton Orient, I mean, they've been very poor in the second half, I have to say, in those final third positions. I think since Ajayi's gone off, that real threat of running in behind is completely gone from Orient. We've not really got Kelman involved in the game at all. Yes, his little dink, which he maybe could have done a little bit better with, and known that he's got that quality, but they look as if they're out on their feet, Orient, at the moment.
They do indeed. Here goes Stockport County. Ball given away by Pye. Can't win it back. Needs gap now in behind. Must make tackle from Moxon. Doesn't make it. Here's Kelman streaming forward now. They're chasing him back. Good shoulder charge goes in. And it's Diamond who's tracked him fully 60 yards across the field. Plays it forward for Wotton, whose touch lets him down again. It was 2-on-2 at the back. And now Orient go forward again, sensing that they might need to get it done in 90 minutes. But time is ticking by here, and we're into the final 2 minutes of the 90. Galbraith has it.
It's just end-to-end football now, isn't it, Mark? I have to say, Jack Diamond, absolutely brilliant defending, helping out his team, coming from his own half, superb to get the challenge in on Kelman.
Yeah, but he's just given it away on the near side, but then he wins it straight back, and now he feeds it to Norwood, who pings a pass. He was looking for Alafe just behind him. The type of quality there from Norwood, the thought, but he just couldn't quite find his teammate. Ball sliced out by Keeley. Referee and the assistant will be now determining how long he's added on. It's got to be at least 5. Stockport County go forward down there left hand side. Ball works its way now to Rydell, feeds it to Diamond, who's in the box waiting. Rydell slammed it, hoping to get a deflection, and it goes behind for a goal kick. And we have now played almost all of the 90 minutes here. Fourth official is hiding behind the stanchion. Mickey, you'll have to tell us when he puts that
Here
number
we go.
up.
I think we're going to get it now, Mark. I can see red lights in front of me. I mean, they're giving everything. Both sets of players 4 minutes.
Only
we've
4.
got.
I thought we'd have more than that. We've had some significant time delays in that first half. You are listening to Stockport against Leyton Orient in the AFL League One, live on TalkSport 2 in McDonald's. Enjoy tasty night in delivered to your door with Mac Delivery. 1-1 here. Might be going to extra time. Wootton charges down the attempted clearance. It's hooked away. Norwood will bring it down. Tries to feed it wide. Diamond is starting to win some balls now, and he's gone past his man. Will he get a bounce of the ball? He does. Diamond into the area. Chance to win it here. Lays it for Moxon. Straight to the goalie from the edge of the box. That was a chance for Stockport.
Oh, my goodness. I mean, Jack Diamond's done brilliant again. The little flick over his marker. Could he have got his shot away himself? I'm not quite sure, but Moxon, he's got enough sting on that shot. Easy save for the goalkeeper, Keeley. It's right down his throat, but excellent play down this left-hand side. He
had time to pick his spot, now going up the other end. Here come Leyton Orient, and it's Donnelly who has it. Donnelly now cuts in field. We're into the 4 added on minutes. One of those minutes is gone as Donnelly loses out to Pye. Here's Alafe now. It's 2 on 2. He's got one with him. Alafe up against Beckles, who's on a booking. Alafe, Beckles gets to him. Alafe, can he watch it out for a corner? He's trying his best, but Beckles has picked his pocket. Brilliant. Oh, he's giving it away, Beckles. Here's Alafe. Squares it. Chance to win it. Surely for Stockport. Moxon feeds it wide. Here's Norwood. Encouraged to hit it. Does hit it over the top. Well, Beckles did so well in his own area, and then he gave it away to Tanto Alafe. And Stockport have had 2 chances to win it in added on time, and twice they've fluffed their line. Still 1-1.
Well, you can't catch your breath, can you? I mean, gifted opportunity for Alafe. Probably the play he wanted to fall to after the mistake from Beckles. But then the layoff to Ollie Norwood. You know, somebody who you think's going to hit the target just whips it over the top of the crossbar, high and wide. But my goodness, could have he have got a shot away himself? Yes, it was a tight angle, but at this time of the game, goalkeepers make mistakes, forwards run on an empty. Just get your laces through it and get your shot away.
Yeah, I don't think anyone here would have moaned had he have had a shot there. I think it was the right option. Here now the ball hooked forward. Kelman trying to get in behind, hooked away. We've had 2 of the minimum 4 added on. Wootton does well to bring it down. Ball over the top. Alafe against Beckles. Beckles has missed it. Alafe edge of the area. Breaks to him here. Tanto Alafe. Oh, he's put it over the top. He's put it over the top from 12 yards. And that was a chance for Stockport to win it. Beckles had his pocket picked, and Tanto Alafe misses the target. Still 1-1.
Well, I'm sitting here shocked and amazed. Alafe's got to score. Beckles is out on his feet. He stretched his leg out to just try and clear his lines and falls into the path of Alafe. And when he gets through one-on-one, I mean, it's a striker's treat. It's a delight for him. Just get your laces through and keep it low and you score. He's fired it over the top of the crossbar. What a chance.
Everyone in this ground was waiting for the net to bulge, and he blazed it over the top. Alafe wins it again. Wootton chasing down a lost cause, pulls out of a sliding challenge. Orient just want it as far away from their goal as they can. It goes all the way through. They have had 3 genuine chances to win the match in 4 added on minutes.
Can't catch your breath, Mark. I mean, you talk about players and sleepless nights. I mean, I hope it doesn't happen, but that is just as big as it gets.
Well, here now is a chance for Bailey. Feeds it through to Diamond. Blocked edge of the area. if this was a boxing match now, the referee would be asking Leyton Orient to throw some punches. They might be about to throw a knockout one. Oh, poor tackle from Pye brings down Donnelly, and that's a free kick and a yellow card, and that might take us through. Leyton Orient are going to get one set-piece chance. If they win this, Mickey Gray, it will be a robbery.
Smash and grab, exactly. They're going to get that chance to put the ball into Stockport's area with, seconds to go of this 94 that we've played. And a silly foul there from Nathan Pye. Look, he just got nothing left. He went to ground thinking he's going to win the ball. He hasn't done so, and this is a huge opportunity for a side that have been very poor in the second half for Orient.
Tanto Alafe will be hoping that his miss, and it was a miss. He hits the target. He was 12 yards out, and he smashed it over the top. He went for power, and he blazed it over. Leyton Orient about to land a sucker punch here. 1-1 live on TalkSport 2. We're on the edge of extra time. Ball whipped into the area, headed away, and that's it. We are going to extra time. We're into added on time. Extra time here, 1-1. And I just wonder, Tanto Alafe, we saw Dave Challoner going across to his centre forward at the end of that period of extra time. As Leyton Orient in red go from right to left. Stockport in the blue and white, attacking the goal away to our right, behind which the Kop end is full, ram-packed full, not a seat to be had here. What do you think Dave Challoner was saying to his star man, Tanto Alafe?
Well, look, forget about it. I think that's the only thing you can say. There's another 30 minutes to go and put it right, and that's what he'll be expecting his forward to do.
Here's Randell Williams on as a sub for Leyton Orient. Did well, got past one, but couldn't keep it in. And it's out of play. He's looked bright since he came on, Randell Williams. Kelman has given his running, but he had that header that hit the bar in the first half, and then that wonderful definite. He's only had two sighters at goal, Mickey, and he's done very little wrong, has he?
Yeah, no, exactly. I think it's just been starved to service in that second 45 minutes, and he's kind of been scraps, hasn't it? The opportunities he's had, he kind of worked himself.
It is 1-1 here into extra time. Who will be the hero? Who will be the villain? Will we need the dreaded penalty kicks? Here's Keeley, clears it downfield. I think Edgley Park is still in shock that Alafe didn't hit the target.
I'm sure it was a lot of conversations going around in this stadium, Mark, after 94 minutes and the full-time whistle was blown.
Here goes Diamond down the left, works an opening, swings it into his right foot. It's headed behind by Leyton Orient. Beckles was there. Diamond has had an impact. Took a while to get into the game, but Jack Diamond really has been a threat for Stockport County.
Absolutely spot on. If you've got a player like that who's got pace and has got ability to love takes on full-backs, you get the ball to him. And he hasn't let anybody down, involved in the equalising goals, just put a great ball into the area. He's full of energy right now.
He is. Here's the corner for Stockport. Are they about to take the lead? Ball going to be swung in right on top of the keeper, and there's a big appeal for a penalty at the far post. Beckles and Horsfall involved. Horsfall fell to the ground. Referee was having none of it.
Yeah, I think you've got two big centre-halves at the back stick there, just kind of tugging at each other. They've gone to ground. I know Beckles was involved in that incident, wasn't he? It was his flick on that for the Kelman goal, wasn't it, when he was in the offside position? But I think in that situation the referee's just going to wave that by.
Still 1-1. Leyton Orient looking to play out from the back. First period of extra time here. Ball played forward to Kelman. Bounce beats him, but he might get on the end of it. Ball headed back. Here's Williams. Edge of the area. Has a shot, and it's straight at Adai. Got hold of it with his left foot, but it was straight down the middle of the goal, and Adai clutches it gratefully.
Well, you talk about defenders making mistakes, and I think on this occasion, again, Ethan Pye, he knows he can't get enough pace on his header to try and get it back towards his goalkeeper. Just clear your lines. Big opportunity there for Williams. I mean, he got a decent shot away in the end, but my goodness. Again, we've seen that replay, the two centre-halves, Mark, at the back stick there. I still think it's harsh if a referee gives a penalty for that, but you've got to be careful. Beckles, he's done it on a few occasions tonight.
Well, they've kept Horsfall pretty much tidied up in this second half, and now into extra time they go. Ball played forward by Leyton Orient is out for a throw-in on the far side. Nerves are plenty here. The playoff drama on the TalkSport network continues, and we are still none the wiser who's going to Wembley. The nerves must be building as well, Mickey, amongst the players at this stage.
Yeah, no, absolutely. I mean, when you get to this moment at 30 minutes, you say to yourself in your own head, and I'm sure the managers have said exactly the same thing, look, if we can get a goal in the first 15, absolutely. But the more the time ticks away in extra time, you kind of think to yourself, right, okay, well, let's just get to penalties. We do not want to lose before that full-time whistle. At the moment, two sides are still going for it.
Yeah, Leyton Orient are doing more attacking now than they did in the second half. And here's Donnelly into the edge of the area. He's looking for a red shirt. He puts the cross in. It's too deep, and Adai will race across and collect it over on the goal line to the right-hand side of his goal. 5 minutes have they added on. 15 in this first period of extra time have passed us by. It's still 1-1. Wharton dragged to the ground. Finally he gets a free kick. He's only been waiting about 100 minutes for that, Mickey.
Yeah, Edmund's Green is the player that's pulled him down. But, I mean, it still takes an age, doesn't it, for James Bell to put the whistle in his mouth. He's standing right next to it. Blow the whistle. Unless he's waiting for them to, play the ball forward a little bit, Mark. Well, he's done it all night. He's got to continue it.
He has. Stockport with Norwood stood over the free kick. They've had chances to win it at the end of the 90. Can they fashion one in extra time? It's 1-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate. Norwood stands over it, floats it towards the penalty spot. Wharton wins the header, and they can't quite keep it in at the far post, and Wharton crashed to the ground. It was a bit of an awkward fall. Referee checks his okay, and I think he's just going to stop play for a moment to get Wharton, who I think he's winded more than anything, regain his feet.
Yeah, back on his feet, looks as if he's okay. He looks absolutely shattered, doesn't he, Kyle Wharton? I mean, he's just put his hands on his knees there. And you feel for the players a little bit. They're giving absolutely everything, but they're going to have to give more.
Oh, back pass here, and the keeper, Keeley, was under big pressure right on his own goal line. That wasn't the nicest of back passes for him, but they deal with it. Horsfall wins the header on halfway. Alafe wins the header, and it'll just roll away and beats Odin Bailey and goes out for a goal kick. Two tired teams going at it here, 1-1.
Well, Tom James, he's just having a word with his goalkeeper now. He was the fullback who played the ball back to Josh Keeley, and it was bobbling in front of the keeper. And we know the nerves are jangling at the moment, Matt. He dealt with it well, I have to say. He played the ball back out to him on the left-hand side, but just clear your lines.
Ball played forward by Keeley. Knocks it out on the full. Throwing taken quickly here, trying to get Wharton in behind, but it's headed away. Norwood wins the header. Ball now headed forward inside the Stockport half. Head tennis ensues. Norwood will play it forward. Asks Wharton to go give chase. He does rather belatedly. Ball headed forward. Here's Odin Bailey now. Alafe in front of him. Odin Bailey squares it off to Diamond. Maybe the shot was the right option there. Diamond has it. Far side. Left-hand side, here's Odin Bailey again. Looks for the give and go. Diamond advances, plays it in towards Alafe. It's cleared away by Beckles. Ball now for Orient. Can they launch a counter? Kelman will give his running. And the ball, that's a bad challenge. That is a bad challenge by Azim Abdullahi. And the yellow card will greet him as he trots back inside his own half. He knew that was a poor one.
Silly challenge there, wasn't it, from Abdullahi? Horsfall just coming across there. And he knew the challenge was coming. I think he just waited to touch the ball away from Abdullahi. Knew the contact was going to come. A no-brainer for the referee to give a yellow card.
Yeah, it wasn't a great tackle. Ball going to be played forward here by Norwood from halfway. Finds over on the far side. They're onside as well. Horsfall it was. Here now, going down that far side is Rydell. Lays it back. Stockport looking to find a bit of quality. Owen Moxon gets it away to Norwood. Norwood now tries to feed it through. He's looking for Noyle. Noyle on the edge of the box goes down. Referee says that the challenge from Abdullahi was a fair one, and now the counter is well and truly on. Look at this. Orient are going for bust here. They're trying to feed through it to Kelman. Tried to lay it off with a back heel, and the keeper will come out and collect it, but that was better from Leyton Orient on the break. But they can't find the shot. It's still 1-1.
Yeah, they've got to be careful of that, Stockport, but really good play from Leyton Orient. Jamie Donnelly there. Nice little through ball. Kelman with a little flick, and it nearly came off. Just needed that few more inches to get away from his marker, but Stockport, with all the possession and quality that we've seen from the home side, that's what you have to be careful of.
What's that for a pass? Finds Noyle from Norwood. He peels out, gives it to Bailey, wide on the right. It was a quality pass from Norwood. What can Bailey do with it now? Cuts in, looking for Norwood to overlap, feeds it to Norwood, wide on the right, looking to engineer a cross. He crosses to the far post, just a bit too deep. Wharton, if he can stretch his legs, will keep it in. He does. Just Alafe in the middle. The ball towards Alafe. He was on heels, and the keeper, Keeley, comes and collects. 9 gone in extra time, first period. 1-1.
Sorry, Mark. Yeah, you're feeling the managers now were maybe keeping players on the pitch, thinking in the back of their minds, well, I need penalty takers. The players have got to stay on because they're out on the feet. Kyle Wharton, he can hardly move. You see his body language at the moment. Every chance he gets, he's putting his hands on his knees.
Ball not quite dealt with by Edmonds Green. Just tickled down the line by Tom James and out for another throw-in. You wonder how much juice Leyton Orient have got left. They led inside 3 minutes. Ollie O'Neill's goal. A wonderful finish after Galbraith's free kick. But Tanto Alafe's wonderful back heel finish on 74 gave Stockport parity in this tie. And they missed chances at the end. Tanto Alafe, gilt edge. Here's Wharton down the right. Does really well to hold on to it. He's actually getting better as the game's gone on here, Wharton. He's on the right. Feeds it in now. A chance now for Noyle. Turns, pirouettes away. Lays it back now. They need a cross from the left. It's whipped in towards the far post. Good header. Will it fall for Diamond? Diamond, keeper jumps over him and collects it. Good work, Keeley. Needed to be as well. And he bowls it out, and forward come Leyton Orient, who are trying to summon the effort to get themselves forward over the halfway line. They've given it away. Alafe's the onside. He is. Gets it away now. On the near side is Bailey. Steps past his man. Can't get past the second one. It's end to end now, but you just feel that Stockport County have got a little bit more than their rivals. Will home advantage pay off here? Here now is Bailey, 25 yards out. Wanders across the edge of the 18-yard box. Feeds it out wide to Diamond. Diamond gets it out wide on the left. Can they find a cross? Rydell turns one way, then the other. Needs to stand up, the cross does, but there's nobody at the far post. And how cool was that from Tom James? Just chests it down to his goalkeeper inside the 6-yard box. Still 1-1.
I like to see that. Very good from Tom James. Again, pressure from Stockport down that left-hand side. What I would say is, Mark, when that ball eventually come into the area, because it chopped one way, then the other 2 or 3 times, your forwards are then static. It's really hard to find a striker who's not on the move. The ball into the box has got to be absolute perfection.
Oh, free kick given away against Horsfall there, and this is a bit of a lifeline. Azim Abdullahi has it. Don't forget, over on TalkSport right now, the Sports Bar, Jamie O'Hara and Jason Cundy. You can give them a call with your thoughts on tonight's game. The number 03717223344. You can also send them a voice note via WhatsApp to that very same number. Following us here, the Women's Football Show with Leanne Sanderson, but Leanne might have to wait a while. It's extra time. It's 1-1 at Edgeley Park. And this, I won't say needless free kick given away by Horsfall, but it's a bit of a free one, isn't it, for Leyton Orient? They scored from a free kick earlier on, and now they've got a chance for Tom James, just over the halfway line. 1-1 on the night, 3-3 on aggregate. James stands over it, about 6 yards over halfway. The keeper's coming forward, Josh Keeley. He fancies a go at this, but James is going to stand it up towards the far side of the penalty area, headed away and cleared away towards Diamond, who got a shove in the back but still brought it down. Norwood plays a beautiful pass down the touchline. Rydell is after it. Oh, he overran it. He got there and then he had to leap a couple of stewards. It was like Colin Jackson in 100-metre hurdles there.
I don't know why he's got the energy to do that. Ryan Rydell, maybe because he came on at half-time, but that was quite comical, that, to be fair. Look, what I would say about Ollie Norwood's passing, his array of passing's been brilliant tonight. He's been absolutely top class.
I don't want to say he's wasted at League One level, Mickey, but he's clearly capable of playing higher level.
Yeah, whether age is on his side, that's maybe one thing that sets him back a little bit, but you just see he's got that little bit of star quality in a game like this.
1-1. Both teams came into it in great form, but one of them, their season ends within the next half an hour. Be that in extra time or penalties, it's all on the line here. Two teams that have given it everything. Now there's a clash, and I think it's Moxon who's gone down far side, and the referee blows the whistle. And we've had 13 of the 15 minutes in the first period of extra time.
Yeah. What I am surprised at, not really seen any player go down with the cramp either yet. So full credit to the players, a full season, still going. They're giving absolutely everything.
Well, Whoever does get beaten tonight will be planning their summer holidays tomorrow. None of them want to be in that position. They're all happy to go another couple of weeks. Here's Moxon, feeds it wide to Bailey. Here comes Stockport. Bailey goes on the outside and he puts it over the top. There were three waiting in the middle and Bailey fluffed his line. Still 1-1.
Yeah, it's got to be better, hasn't it, from Odin Bailey? He's got real quality, but his weaker right foot. He made the space for himself, just needed to wrap his right foot around that cross a little bit more. And all that hard work, all that hard running ends in nothing.
Tomorrow, Charlton against Wycombe live in the League One playoff semi-final, second leg. TalkSport 2 exclusive. Jim Proudfoot and the former Charlton defender Scott Minto. Friday night, got a triple header. Villa Tottenham live on TalkSport 2 and exclusive on TalkSport 2. Nigel will be alongside Mickey Gray. Nigel Hadley alongside Mickey Gray for that. Chelsea against Manchester United live on TalkSport, exclusively live. Hugh Wozencroft, Sam Matterface and Scott Minton. On the app, Walsall Chesterfield, second leg of that semi-final tie. Walsall in the ascendancy. Adam Bridge and the former Arsenal man Adrian Clark, our team for that one. Not for the first time tonight. Josh Keeley has pulled his clearance out on the full. Ball played forward and Stockport won't get chance to keep it in because that's it. The first period of extra time. The two managers stroll out onto the field here. Well, Tanto Alafe, his night is over. He makes way and on comes Binoni Andreasen. Will he be the hero tonight? Dave Challoner makes another change. And Tanto Alafe will be hoping at the end of the night he's not left ruining that miss. 12 yards out. Hits the target. Stockport are going to Wembley. Blasted it over the top.
I mean, it was a huge chance, wasn't it, Mark? And you don't want that to be the story of the game. We still want to see that bit of magic from either an Orient player or a Stockport County player. But we will be talking about it because it was huge. The perfect time to get the winning goal as well. And look, he's run himself into the ground. Second half, I thought he did very well. He was the threat with the pacing behind. But it's now time for Andreasen. He's been given his opportunity. I said before, he's only a young man, but this could be a huge stage for him.
It could well be. Will he be the hero? Andreasen, only 19 years of age, the Icelandic man who has scored goals. Got one at Wycombe on the final day of the season. 4 goals he's scored so far. A 5th tonight will be worth its weight in gold. Stockport hammer it forward, looking for Andreasen. Ball headed away from him. Ball won on halfway here. Norwood almost took it off his own man Moxon there. Here's Rydell, plays it down, looking for Andreasen. It's over the top. Wotton's going to come and it's shanked out there. No nonsense defending at the back from Orient. They clear it away and now there's an opportunity here for a throw-in for Stockport into the final 15 minutes of the season for one of these two teams. A long old season to get to the playoffs, but one of them's going to fall short as Orient are in. Kelman's got in behind, he's got support in the middle. Horsfall got in the way, it's crossed in now and the keeper comes and collects it. Great work there from Charlie Kelman, but he couldn't find Azim Abdullahi, and Corey Adai saves the day for Stockport.
Oh wow, I mean that's a counter-attack, isn't it? It's full to the right man in Charlie Kelman. You could see he got his head up, he was trying to play that ball in behind Fraser Horsfall, who just made himself big, and it was Kelman just could not dink the ball over the top of him.
Diamond heads it forward for Andreasen, he heads it back for Diamond, who's beaten to it. You get the feeling that if Stockport are going to win this in extra time, Jack Diamond might well have a hand in that. Here's Moxon, turns away, wins a 50-50, ball breaks to Andreasen, he finds Odin Bailey. Oh, Bailey could have gone to the right there, he went back to Norwood, and you get the feeling they are still going to go that way. Horsfall feeds it out wide on the right, ball work down the channel for Bailey, and it's, Tom James cleared it away and it bounced off Bailey and out, and I just think they missed a trick there, Stockport.
Yeah, you're completely right, Mark. You know, if you've got grass in front of you and you're facing Leyton Orient's goal, you keep going forward, put pressure on them, they're out on their feet, someone's going to make a mistake defensively. Take your chances, get that winning goal. Talked about it afterwards. At the minute they're playing sideways, they're playing backwards, they're not really going for the jugular, they're not going to behind them. I know they're tired, but These are the moments.
It's going to be heartbreak for one of these two teams. Couple of the minutes gone in the second period of extra time. 1-1 on the night. Orient led inside 3 minutes, but Tanto Alafe's exquisite backheel finish made it 1-1. But he missed the gilt-edged chance to win it late on. Beckles beaten to it, and down there goes Andreasen, and that's a free kick. Beckles, that was a tired challenge, and it's a free kick wide on the left for Stockport. Norwood is going to whip this in right-footed, and this has got danger written all over it.
Yeah, Beckles tired, wasn't it? Just trying to clear his lines. We saw it at the end of 90 minutes when Alafe got in for that opportunity on this occasion. Just tried to clear his lines, and the young Andreasen, who came on, was lively, he's bright, just got to the ball earlier. And only Norwood, this is a big opportunity. He needs to keep showing that quality he's shown all night.
Can someone in blue get a touch on this to take it past Josh Keeley and send Stockport County to Wembley? Second period of extra time here. Norwood stands over it, whips it in towards the box, glancing header, palmed away and behind. And it was Horsfall again, you guessed it, with a header. Keeley at full stretch, palms in it behind, and it's a corner for Stockport County.
Oh, well, the only thing I can criticise Fraser Horsfall is, Mark, is he's got too much of a contact on it. He just needs to glance it towards goal. You can see it's curling in towards it, and he's just tried to flick it and get too much on it. Great ball in again from Norwood.
It's remarkable how many headers that man wins inside the opposition penalty area. Scored at the weekend. A goal now may well be enough to send Stockport to Wembley. Corner in front of the Leyton Orient fans. More refereeing intervention here for pushing and pulling. There's 4 of the 15 minutes of the second period have gone. Some tired athletes out there. Who can summon up the courage and the energy? Taken here to the edge of the box to Moxon. Plan move, and Moxon scuffs his lines, and it's deflected wide. He had an eternity there, Mickey Gray, to hit the target.
What a chance. I mean, I have to say, very clever at this point of the game to try that from Ollie Norwood, and Moxon, my goodness, just got to make better contact.
Another corner for Stockport. This time floated in towards the far post. It's bouncing around and it's cleared off the line. Shot blocked. It falls to the edge of the area. Back to Norwood on the right. Stands up the cross. Headed towards goal by Bailey, and it's inches wide. Keeper at full stretch. Couldn't get to it, but it goes the right side of the post as far as Leyton Orient are concerned, and they're hanging on at 1-1.
Oh, it's incredible. 2 chances within the space of, 4 or 5 seconds. The first one from Andreasen with his left foot. Does everything right, gets a good strike on it, it's blocked. But when that ball comes back in, Odin Bradley, you can see he tried to direct his header. He's trying to get pace on the header. And you see Keeley just drifting across. He's worried about that. Good play from Stockport. There's one side at the moment in front of us who we're going to win this game.
It looks that way as time ticks down. Extra time being played here. It went all the way to the last kick of the game last night at the Stadium of Light live on TalkSport. Is it going to do the same tonight? Who's going to Wembley? A week on Sunday. Leyton Orient have been on the ropes, but Stockport haven't knocked them out yet. There's still a chance here. More than a chance. As the ball poked forward, James just hammers it long and downfield. Williams is going to give chase. Horsfall wants his keeper to come and get it. He hasn't. And the referee's going to give a free kick there. And Williams complains, but he did to Horsfall what earlier on happened to him. They made a back and he went over it, and Horsfall wins the free kick.
Yeah, I mean, it's a foul. It is a foul. There's no question of that. But what is the goalkeeper, Adai, doing? If you're going to be commanding your 18-yard area, as soon as that ball starts bouncing, you come out and you command your area, you take the pressure off Fraser Horsfall altogether. The centre half there just had to clear his lines. Right decision. It was a foul.
Going to be a change here for Leyton Orient. Dylan Markanday, the loanee from Blackburn, comes on. Is he going to be the match winner?
Well, this fella can play, Mark. I've seen quite a lot of him play when he was at Blackburn Rovers. If he plays in one of those wide areas, Markanday, he's got good ability, certainly got good pace. Just freshen things up for Orient up front, where nothing seems to be happening for them.
No, it doesn't. And now they've given away a free kick. Frustration there for Sean Clare. It's another set piece, and it's a set piece from a very similar position to that which Leyton Orient scored in the first half, and it's a chance again for Norwood. Look, if you keep giving this fella opportunities, he's going to find one of his teammates, and they're going to find the back of the net.
That's right. I mean, his quality's been there all night. You're just hoping that somebody gets on the end of it. And Kyle Wootton, he was the one who won the foul. He's got better and better as the night's gone on.
Clare goes into the book. An accumulation, you feel, rather than anything else. Again, the referee comes over and asks that the players behave themselves. 7 minutes remaining of extra time. 1-1. Free kick for Norwood. Headed away by James. Good header as well at the near post. Bit of wrestling on the far side. Norwood will head it down the line for Noyle. Down by the corner flag. Looks to work in across. He does. A chance here. Great shot from Horsfall. Is that a penalty? No, it's not. It's a good save from Keeley. Horsfall hit it first time, and it was going in the bottom corner, and Keeley comes up with a save. It's all Stockport in extra time, but here come the visitors, and it's 3-on-1. They've got a chance. Galbraith finds his way now. A chance to win it. Into the area. Kelman it was, but the offside flag has gone up. Well, Charlie Kelman's barely had a kick, and he had a chance to win it on the break for Orient, and they fluff it.
Wow. It's end to end. It really is. I mean, what a chance for Fraser Horsfall. Brilliant save, I have to say. He's had some big chances tonight, but then they go up the other end, and it's nearly Leyton Orient who snatched the winner. But there was an incident in that 18-yard area, Mark, I have to say. I mean, I don't think the referee or the linesman saw it. He just drags them to the ground. For me, that's a foul. It's a penalty, but a big call in a game like this.
It is. Still we play on. Horsfall backtracking towards his own goal. He's hoping this ball's going to run out of play, and there's Kelman, I think, has given his running. He just ran out of juice. He couldn't keep it in, and it's a throw in, and we have got just over 5 minutes remaining. You're live on TalkSport 2. Mark Wilson with the former England and Sunderland star Mickey Gray. It's 1-1 here, but how many chances does Stockport need to win it?
Well, too many, Mark. They're running out of ideas at the moment. They're running out of chances, aren't they? I mean, I've just had a chance to see that incident again about the penalty. Look, I might have been a bit hasty, but you cannot keep making challenges like that in your own 18-yard box. One of them will not go in your favour.
Well, it would be a smash and grab should Leyton Orient win it here, but they're not done, and they're starting to go higher up the field. They're starting to take some risks. Norwood's attempted clearance is handled by Azim Abdullahi, who's gone in the book, but he won't get a second yellow for that, and we play on. But Leyton Orient are starting to push up. They feel they might get a chance on the break. They feel that maybe Stockport might overcommit. There's a real game of cat and mouse developing here. In fairness to Horsfall, he hits the target, doesn't he? He makes the keeper save it. If Alafe would have done that half an hour ago, we'd all be in the car going home now.
Absolutely.
But Stockport missed the chance. Wootton goes down. Thought he ran into the back of the player. Bailey wins the header. Edge of the box. It's cleared away by Leyton Orient. And now there are some tired bodies, some tired minds. Ball whipped away. Rydell, he's given it away. Galbraith driving forward at the heart of the defence. Good stop. Was that a foul? No, it wasn't. He's appealing for a free kick. And now going the other way is Norwood. Norwood's caught in possession. Ball turned over again, but he gets a free kick. It's getting animated now down on the touchline. You can understand it. A season's work on the line here. Stockport pushing for a winner. Ball played forward, he's headed away. Markanday just hooks it forward. Pye's got time to bring it down, but he just heads it out of play. Or does he? Ball hooked forward. Yes, the flag goes up belatedly near side. Mind starting to drift to penalties, but you can't help but feel, as we saw last night at the Stadium of Light, anything can happen. Still 3 minutes remaining on TalkSport 2. It's 1-1, 3-3 on aggregate.
It's incredible, isn't it? It just feels, the game feels like there's going to be a special moment. I know we're running out of time, Mark, but it's just end-to-end football. Who wants it? Who wants to grab the glory? It's incredible.
They're running on fumes here. The players out in front of us. Headed away by Stockport to halfway. Headed back. Here's a chance now for Kelman. He gets down the right-hand side. Can he find a teammate? He drills the cross into the defender, who blocks him. He's out for a throw-in. And now the likes of Beckles come up from the back, and Brandon Cooper, who's on as a substitute. He's going into the area as well. Referee being spoken to by Carl Wootton. but now's the time for defending. A goal now would be a hammer blow. It would be a winning blow for Leyton Orient. They're lining up at the back post. A long throw-in about to be taken here at Edgeley Park as the crowd holds its breath. Is there a late twist in the tail? It's headed away by Horsfall. And the ball now down the line. Here's Randell Williams on the right here for Leyton Orient. He's edging towards the box. He gets to the byline, puts the cross, and keeper fumbled it, and it rather fortunately came off a Leyton Orient head and behind for a goal kick.
Well, it's not great handling, is it, from Corey Adai, as that ball just floats into the area. I think you want your goalkeeper to command his area a little bit better there. Nerves are jangling at the moment.
03717223344 if you want to get involved in the sports bar over on Talksport. The drama may yet be about to come here as we go in the last couple of minutes. Leyton Orient have got a throw in. They're committing bodies forward. Little back heel from Rydell. Ball cleared away, but it's straight to Galbraith, who's starting to get forward more and more here. Maybe the drama might yet be to come. Ball over the top. Abdullahi will give chase. He's not going to keep it in. And now hearts and minds might be thinking about spot kicks here. 1-1 on the night. But Stockport have had chances plenty to win this match. They lost the playoff final against Carlisle at Wembley 2 seasons ago, Stockport County. Well, they're going to need penalties as it stands to get back to Wembley. But this time in the League One playoff final. Ball all the way through to Corey Adai, who's going to have to come out and collect it. He will do. And we're inside the final knockings. Fair to say now, Mickey Gray, next goal wins.
Oh, absolutely, 100%. But again, it's just everybody just trying their hardest to get to that finishing line and maybe coming up with that special moment. But it's just every player's just clearing the lines at the moment, hoping that somebody's going to make a mistake or somebody comes up with that bit of magic.
Corey Adai will clear it long and downfield. Is he going to be the Stockport hero as Wootton wins a header? Andreasen flicks it on. He's Odin Bailey into the area to win it. Oh, he's blocked. Effort blocked by Beckles, who somehow keeps Leyton Orient in this tie.
I can't believe what I've just witnessed. Again. I mean, Odin Bailey's done brilliantly. The move from Stockport down the right hand side, the lovely little knock-off, and then Bailey, his touch is fantastic to get away from his marker, gets his shot away with his left foot. Oh, what a chance. A chance that you want.
In the end, and bounces away, but Beckles has been running on empty for a large part. We've got 1 more minute left. Another Stockport County chance evades them. And we're into the 1 added on minute. Leyton Orient are leading a charmed life here at Edgeley Park. Maybe their name is written on a Wembley appearance. That's how they'll be looking at this. As Josh Keeley takes all the time in the world. And we are now in added on time of extra time. Dan Ballard time. Wootton wins another header and gets trodden on as he wins that header. It's out for a throw-in. We're not done just yet. Can Stockport fashion another opportunity? They've hit the post. They've had saves from the keeper. They've done everything but score. They've dominated the last hour of playing time here. And now the referee's saying the throw-in's been taken from half a yard too far downfield. Ball to Wootton. Ball cleared by Beckles. Off his knee. Thumped away. Anywhere will do here. Kelman deep in his own half. That's it. We are going to penalties in the playoffs. Stockport and Leyton Orient cannot be split despite 2 games and extra time. It will need spot kicks to determine who goes to Wembley, and it is going to be Leyton Orient and Tom James who takes the first spot kick here. And a chance to give the early advantage to Leyton Orient. On as a substitute, can James beat Corey Adai? Puts it on the spot. Quite a short run-up. Corey Adai waves his arms. Tom James to give Leyton Orient the lead in the penalty shootout. The camera flashlights are on behind the goal, trying to put him off. He waits, hands on hips. Corey Adai waits on his line, trying to make himself big. Tom James comes up and plants it right in the corner. Great penalty from Tom James, and the early advantage goes the way of Leyton Orient.
Yeah, it really was from Tom James. Kept his cool, didn't he? You mentioned there the lights going off behind the goal, but just slotted that ball into the corner. Corey Adai went and dived the right way, but he just couldn't stretch his right arm across enough pace on that from Tom James. Very good penalty.
Ollie Norwood scored from the spot in the first leg down at Brisbane Road. He has the ball on the spot now. Josh Keeley stands in front of him. Ollie Norwood to level up the shootout at 1-1. He waits, puffs his chest out, starts his run up. Norwood straight down the middle. It's 1-1. Stockport 1, Leyton Orient 1.
Brilliant, absolutely brilliant from Ollie Norwood. Cool penalty. Deserved to slot that in the back of the net from his performance tonight.
Well, Sean Clare is making his way forward. He's been involved in a few hefty challenges tonight. Got booked late on in the piece. He's done a great job here. But now can he send Leyton Orient back up in front? Corey Adai is taking his time here, and he's going to be told by the referee to get back in front of goal here. He's trying to just add to the tension here. Sean Clare, who's been a bit of a pantomime villain tonight for Leyton Orient. This to put Orient back in front. Adai waits in the back of his net. He's going to walk forward as Clare walks forward. Right footed to stop, and he sends the keeper the wrong way. And it's 2-1 to Leyton Orient. And that was a nice finish who riles the home fans as he runs back to the halfway line.
It certainly does, yeah. Good penalty from Sean Clare there. I'm not quite sure what Corey Adai was trying to do there. By the time he got to his goal line, the penalty was being taken. It's okay, goalkeeper's trying to work out and just trying to gain that advantage, but stand on your line, try something a little bit different. Good penalty though.
Jack Diamond comes forward. His shot deflected in for the leveller by Tanto Alafe. The former Sunderland man stands on the edge of the 18-yard box to level up the penalty shootout. Josh Keeley bouncing up and down on his line, and he saved it. Went down low to his right, and Keeley saves Diamond's spot kick, and the Orient fans celebrate. Advantage Leyton Orient.
Oh, you feel for anybody who misses a penalty. I mean, Jack's just trying to keep it low there and play it into the bottom corner. But Josh Keeley read the situation, got across to his right-hand side really well and got low. Looked like a simple save in the end from the goalkeeper. Advantage Leyton Orient.
Azim Abdullahi comes forward now. Left out of the starting 11, came on as a sub tonight. He looked pretty nervously as listeners on TalkSport join us now. Leyton Orient 2-1 up in a penalty shootout. We've just seen Jack Diamond's effort saved by Josh Keeley. Azim Abdullahi has the ball on the spot. This to put Leyton Orient 3-1 to the good. Corey Adai waits on his line. Abdullahi, a second half substitute, steps up and he slams it in the corner, sends the keeper the wrong way. Big advantage now. Leyton Orient lead 3-1 in the shootout, and Stockport County have to score here.
Well, brilliant penalty from Azim Abdullahi. Absolutely fantastic. Made his mind up and was walking to the spot, and he's fired it into the back of the net. It's certainly advantage Leyton Orient at the moment.
Brian Rydell, another substitute, comes forward. 3-1 Leyton Orient lead. If County don't convert this, Leyton Orient are one kick away from Wembley in the League One playoff final. Ryan Rydell faces down Josh Keeley, who just come up with a great save down low to his right. Rydell left-footed, walks back to the edge of the box. This to keep Stockport County alive. Comes forward, left-footed, and sends it off the post and away! The keeper went the wrong way, and Rydell's shot hits the inside of the post and rolls all the way across the goal line and away. And Leyton Orient are now one kick away from Wembley in the League One playoff final.
Oh, well, you just can't believe it, can you? Rydell thought he'd scored. It was a super penalty towards his left-hand side with his left foot. I think everybody was just waiting to cheer and celebrate. But as it rattled off the post, it came straight across the 18-yard goal line, and it was just unbelievable. Didn't find the back of the net.
Ethan Galbraith, whose assist set up the opener in the opening few minutes, has got a chance to send Leyton Orient to Wembley. Corey Adai, the Stockport keeper, waits. Ethan Galbraith, the chance to be the Leyton Orient hero, steps up and sends the keeper the wrong way, and Leyton Orient are going to Wembley in the League One playoff final. Delirium over on the far side as the O's fans go berserk. Leyton Orient celebrate. Stockport fall to their knees. Stockport had chance after chance after chance to win it in 90 minutes and extra time, and Leyton Orient stayed in the fight, and when the penalty shootout came, they held their nerve. Keeley saved to deny Jack Diamond. Crucial. Mickey Gray. Leyton Orient against all the odds are going to Wembley.